2, 1. Hey y'all, we live. All right, Sydney, hold it like this.
Okay. Sydney, do you have an iPhone brick? Do you have an iPhone brick?
What? Brick?
A brick? You know where I'm from. That doesn't mean what you're talking about.
Whatever you want it to be.
Okay, he wants to talk about Bayou Classic as the intro topic. And P4? P something shit. I don't know.
What, Devin not coming either?
I was about to ask the same
Yeah, boy, Aaron looking like...
Yeah.
You doing an interview?
Yeah.
What you got?
You doing interviews? I didn't...
She won't even be him.
Yo. What do you usually say?
I say,
What's
what's happening?
I say,
What's
what's up? Welcome to the Misbelief Radio Show. This is that actor guy, Martin Batts, Bradford, filling in for DC, who's apparently stuck in traffic. That's what I'm hearing.
Very long traffic.
The longest.
That extends all the way from the West Bank. It's going to take at least 45 minutes.
Yes, indeed. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So, yeah, once again, welcome to the show, man. Well, you know, first let's get into the colorful, cool cast of colored characters that are carouseling the way with people. I don't got all the alliteration that Paul usually has, but I swing it to the right. What's going on? Who we got over there?
Hi, everybody. It's me, Oshun. Hi. Yay. Welcome. Y'all missed me last week. I know. Yeah.
No, we didn't miss you
I
last
Yeah,
week.
y'all missed me.
No,
I saw
listen
it.
to him.
No, the
I
reason
saw
why
it.
I'm saying we didn't is because you called in. It's not like you wasn't on the episode.
And then the crazy part about it is my friends was making fun of me. They was like, even when you was in Canada, you was calling a radio show. You was like, you really missed the radio show. I really do. I love this little place and these people. It's everything. It's home. Stephanie Mills.
Stephanie Mills. I feel it. Deep cut. And to my left, who we got over here?
We got Jay still keeping it as real as possible. Getting over a cold, but I'm still keeping it real. I got a little bass in my voice.
Yeah, remember we're gonna be competing tonight. It look like Jay still, and we don't have Mastermind in the booth today, man.
Right. So who you is?
Who you is?
Who in the booth, man? Just shouts out, man. Beautiful Brian, talk to us.
Yeah, Brian, you gonna learn how to work these chords. All right.
Let's talk about positivity, baby. And the Misbelief Radio Show is also a podcast. You can find us on iTunes. You can find us wherever you get your podcast. You know, most likely, if you have any phone that is of the smartphone persuasion, there's an app on there that's a podcast app that you probably overlook all the time. You could go on that app, search for us. We the Misbelief One Word Radio Show, and subscribe. Subscribe to us on that. And you can also go to themisbelief.podbean.com and, you know, rock with us. That however you want to rock with us. And we're on YouTube. I forgot. We everywhere you want to be. Everywhere you want to be, we there. We been there. We out here. You hear me? And on our Facebook page. Go like us. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, plug it in. So, you know, what y'all got going on in y'all brains right now? What's going on with y'all? Bayou Classic coming up. It's next weekend, right?
Bayou Classic, New Orleans.
I have lived in New Orleans for 20-something years.
Don't you say it.
And I have never in my life been to anything Bayou Classic.
Not even when you was a teenager?
No.
Not even sneaking on Bourbon Street and your mama told you come straight home with your cup. Oh, that's my life. Mom was like, come home. You was like, oh, okay. Ended up on Bourbon Street with my cousin's first time ever in life. Jesus.
Bayou, like not even Bella the Bands.
Nothing at all, because my birthday falls on the same weekend as Bayou, whatever it's called, Bayou Classic.
Dang, she even whatever it's called.
And when I was younger, I always used to be salty, like, why didn't I? And I always used to try to plan all this crap and could never do it because so many people in town. So, but on top of that, I just never had interest. Like, I had friends that would go and I just never went. Like, I don't know. I just was not interested.
It just wasn't your judge.
It wasn't my thing. I don't know.
I used to love the Battle of the Bands. That's when me and my partners, we get together and we used to get fresh and we going to holler at women. Or at girls at the time.
That's why I didn't go.
What was the youngest you remember going?
15.
See, I'm saying it's like, I feel like it's a traditional pastime in New Orleans to get your shine on with your Reese bows and
we had the G-Nikes. There was the G-Nikes then. We used to wear them dumbass tall tees when you still rock your sticker and stuff, man. You heard me?
With the band-aids under your eye. Well, no.
That ain't good. We ain't do no band-aids. We ain't do that far. But like, yeah, because you get to a point where you get older and you don't even be thinking about it. That's come on. We were talking about off film. We were talking about Bayou Classic. I was like, oh yeah, it is this weekend. I don't know. It's like being a New Orleanian. After a while, certain things kind of seem like they get regular. You feel me?
Real regular. That's how I feel about Mardi Gras, kind of.
I was about to get to that.
I'm starting to get that way about Mardi Gras now, actually.
I feel like real regular. I feel like when Mardi Gras come, I want to go somewhere.
I want to leave.
What time?
I mean, I've been doing that. I've been like, I would either go somewhere for Mardi Gras or just like chill, like just treat it like it's just any normal day.
Right.
Yeah, New Orleans.
Lately at least, because you know, growing up, I mean, up until maybe a few years ago, still like there's a certain ones you got to hit. You got to hit Endymion, you got to hit Bacchus.
Yeah.
Orpheus.
Zulu. Something about the Monday. That Monday at Orpheus always rain.
Always rains.
And
you know what? That's the crazy thing. It always rains.
On that Monday.
On that Monday. We ain't supposed to be there.
Say we ain't supposed to be there. Also was popping, I don't know if we're supposed to say this what's going on out here, but you know, people was all amped up about Serena getting married here.
Oh my goodness.
I was trying to figure out how I can get invited.
That was almost impossible. The security detail on that was crazy.
But nobody knew until like a couple of days.
The last minute, right. I thought it was the most random thing. I was like, wait, what's her connection? Did Beyonce Solange just say, you know what, just come here? And just then she said, okay.
She was like, everybody's doing it. It's popular here today, Serena. Come on over. I feel like it was a very like, I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was one of those things where they throw you off and it's really gonna be in California or Compton or, you know, LA or where she from.
Right.
But no.
I knew it wasn't gonna be in Compton. She wasn't gonna marry that white boy in Compton.
No, Olympia would have been right there with her grandma. Everybody would have been out there.
And you see, her pops wasn't really that supportive of it.
I ain't seen him on the pictures in Essence.
Yeah, and it's like, I do like, this one lady, because, I guess because he's a white boy. But I mean, like, she done dated all kinds of types. And this one person on Facebook was saying that, bro, you put her in one of the whitest sports ever, and having all these white environments, you surprised he dating a white dude?
Like, seriously, we really not going to think that this is going to happen?
Or at least be possible, at the very least.
Because, baby, she loves that man. They got married quickly.
Love don't have a cover.
Well, it's just 2017. Ain't no deal, especially, man, like, at this point. Anyway, how you love like doing?
Oh,
yeah, let's talk about
that. My mic is gone.
The static.
But I'm gonna tell you this: it's the United Nations everywhere. You know.
That's beautiful.
That sounds polyamory. The United Nations everywhere.
We're gonna rethink that statement, and we're gonna say, "I love who you want to love, y'all."
Yeah.
Yes.
So do you plan on attending any of the Bayou Classic festivities?
I'm gonna say no for right now, but my friend has her friend in town and they're probably gonna hit Bourbon Street, but I don't want it to be Bayou Classic related, so I don't know how that's gonna work out. But let's say this though. Have y'all been on Bourbon Street lately? Who's getting around all that construction?
I burned. What would you about to say?
I have. It's a mess. Like, the streets are literally open.
Like, you can fall in.
Yeah.
Really?
The street is...
It is open.
You can't get to certain parts.
Yeah, exposed streets.
So we're going to Narnia.
No.
Basically.
We could get that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't know, I ain't been on Bourbon Street. It seemed like in those years when I used to, go out heavily, I think I burned Bourbon Street out. Like, I mean, most people, we go to Frenchmen or whatnot nowadays, but like, I can't think of the last time I decided to go on Bourbon Street, to go on Bourbon Street to be like, yeah, let me have a fun night.
I feel like as a local, like, Bourbon becomes a thing that you can go to during the weekday to see, like, little, you know, live music, people.
I think I would rather go to Bourbon on the weekday.
I've done that before. It's actually really quiet. It's nice. They got a lot of good restaurants on Bourbon, you know, a lot of little hidden places. But
that you both find at night.
Yes.
That you probably wouldn't be thinking about at night.
Exactly. It's like if you go to Bourbon Street in the daytime, and I actually was on Bourbon Street last week, and that's part of the reason why I wasn't here, but that's another story. So, if you go on Bourbon Street in the daytime, you will actually see people live in the French Quarter. Like, people live on Bourbon Street.
They do.
I would actually live on Bourbon Street.
I would too. I would live in the French Quarter.
I would live in the French Quarter.
That's actually like a goal of mine to have.
But would you be dealing with that parking though? Like, I think that's one of the biggest things. Like, when stuff going down, boy, that parking got to be crazy. Trying to even get to your house got to be nuts. When Mardi Gras season come up, like, I would like it sound like I don't know. I've thought of that before because of the convenience to a degree. Because after Katrina, I was at Dillon University, DU shout out, and we was in the Hilton. Mm-hmm. So we lived in the Hilton, like right there for the whole, from January to the summer. Yes, bro, it was crazy. And at first it was cool to live in a hotel, and after a while you start getting cabin fever, and you start tripping. And like we had that instant access, and the coolest thing was not having to worry about parking, because you know our parking was Hilton. Yep. But I only can imagine if you like lived there and you had to like be figuring it out.
Some of those houses though have like little, you can't see it from the street. They have little hidden
little
places in courtyards.
It's the door that looks like the little arch, and you might not think you can get through it, but you can actually drive a couple of cars in there.
Right.
I mean, we got the 007 secret entrance. We could do it.
Yeah, but I would live on Bourbon Street.
I would totally live on Bourbon in the French Quarter. One of the most beautiful houses I've ever seen was actually on Bourbon. And it was gorgeous, and from the outside it looked like absolute crap, but in the inside, I mean, like sprawling decorations and ceilings and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I would live.
Bourbon Street is actually one. I'm telling you, I wouldn't party there. But you know what? I have a play who actually lives on Bourbon Street, and once you get into her house, you can't hear nothing.
Word.
It can be the middle of Mardi Gras. It can be the middle of Bayou Classic. You're not gonna hear the thing, a blessed thing.
A blessed thing.
A blessed thing. And it's like, especially if you go back in, we call it the slave quarters, but if you go back there in the little house, you really don't hear nothing in the courtyard. Mm-hmm. It's like numb. You hear nothing.
It's like a whole nother world.
Yeah, that's Narnia for real.
It is Narnia.
You open that door and you see fountains and all of that. You're like, wait, hold on. Debauchery, fountains. Debauchery, fountains.
I mean, I think that's the best way to describe New Orleans right there.
Debauchery and fountains.
You hear me? Straight up. So, yeah, man. So we about to get into a break in a second, man. But I got to get a rundown. Tonight on Misbelief Radio Show, you know, it's normal as usual. We have two interviews, man. Our first one up is going to be singer Kevin Stylez. We play a lot of his music up on here. You know, we're about to get to know him a little bit, man. He's going to come in the studio 12:30. After that, we got Greg Tarzan Davis, man. He's an actor from New Orleans. Has been getting it in on the West Coast. He's supposed to come in and talk, you know, the differences between that industry and ours, you know, just growing in the industry and in his craft. Also, we're going to get into what's going on out here. I didn't even want y'all to echo me.
Oh, what's going on out here?
You was close, baby.
I'm sorry.
We'll work on that there. But like that's when we get into our local news, talking points, events, what's going on out here in the city. After that, we get into that neck, which is when yours truly handled up on some stupid ass that's been said something stupid out in the media. And you know, they get that front and that back in the classic old New Orleans neck style as we do it. And as usual, I was saying Kofa Birds, Oshun, and Malik, whenever he gets you, the freak Malik, no Latours, and they gonna, you know, cool us down. They say that neck fire us up and that same Kofa session cool us down, and we out here. So without further ado, our homie Mastermind is in the building.
Wow.
What's up?
Yeah, man. What you got queued up for us? Oh, big ups to Ray Wimley, man. So, you know, this is the Misbelief Radio Show, man. Don't get none on you.
Full show. So let me tell this dude how this nigga, he scared the shit out of me. I didn't know what to do. Improvisation, that's what I'm talking about. Black. This is how you work with black people.
Hey.
This is how you see how we do that.
Right. I thought DC was here in the back, like, taking a shit or something.
He coming at, he said he might be here a little earlier, but he doing, he hosting something. He hosted something. He sent to something, and I have no idea.
I wouldn't have got as inebriated as I've gotten if I'd have known that you were here.
But you know what? I like it.
Oh, man.
Because you're always on your toes.
Boy. Who is? So we talking to Kev Stylez?
We talking to Kev. He can come in there after the
Hey, you look live. What's up? I guess it's time I introduce myself. My name is Sydney Janae Jack, aka Miss Bang, aka the ultimate tourist woman, aka Miss Making Hood Niggas Proud since 1990. Okay, I don't want to say too much.
Hi.
What?
What's up, girl?
What's up?
Not the kitchen, though, for the kitchen.
Oh, see, we got it.
Aaron, you chilling with us tonight? Just making sure we ain't.
Y'all just making sure I was straight. I seen Bob one day, I seen Mastermind when I was like, oh.
Thank you, Aaron. Love you forever.
I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready, y'all.
Because Brian looked at me like, what? I said,
Oh, that's I was going to
Excuse me, sorry. I'm not used to
this.
I was like, get on the thing.
You supposed to tell him that, Paul? You supposed to tell him that, Paul?
No.
I always see you with like onions and Doritos last time.
Got us a little turkey sandwich.
Y'all, Brian made us
Thanksgiving turn up. Okay.
So sweet. You put bacon on it. I just took it off. You know, I don't eat that for
What is all that?
I've been trying
Brian made us
not
dinner.
eat the bacon, but
Brian made us Thanksgiving.
I
Thanksgiving?
haven't been that successful.
I'm gonna grab one.
All right, after these songs, Kev, you
I
coming
can
in
eat
with
the whole
us?
traffic.
And we gonna get this popping.
Is this turkey?
Yeah, it's turkey. It had bacon on it though. Okay. I have to warn people. Thank you.
I don't eat bacon, but I don't mind a
I'm
little
gonna
bit.
leave it on the back.
It's crumbled up. I don't think
Everybody
it's real
eating
bacon.
except for me.
Gang, gang.
Oh, I was supposed to tell you to they have new songs in the email. So
That's where I was about to check. It just hasn't freaking.
I know you just got in because you still got your backpack.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Hey, Kelly.
Hi, Kelly. Welcome.
Hi, Kelly. Who's Kelly?
Yeah.
This is Kelly joining.
Hi.
Say, bro, I come in tomorrow, y'all come find y'all ass.
Don't find me.
I'm fine, dog.
I promise we gonna clean up before we leave.
I come in with them turkey.
Oh, them church people. Tell them that's the law. That's communion.
Smelling like
Hallelujah.
herbal.
I see the nigga go hallelujah.
Come in.
Hallelujah.
Hey, DC. DC says hey.
Alright, what's up, DC?
He was recently on a reality singing competition that shot here in New Orleans on Like a Star. He's shooting his music video. He usually plays on Trippin', there's a story behind Trippin'.
Hey, party people. Y'all ready to turn up?
Trippin'.
Sydney's holding the camera, DC.
He asked who was holding the camera.
Yes. I must be doing a terrible job for him to
Hey,
ask.
shout out to PJ Morgan.
Oh, he probably wants you to pan around.
Okay.
Just like move constantly.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It might be hard to get angles and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Just, I'm gonna work around. And look, you can
They just
actually
started this.
Oh, this is great.
You got time to eat a turkey sandwich.
Cheese.
Oh yeah, shit.
Is this better,
anyone
DC?
talking?
Just DC.
We got what's going on
But we-
Facebook?
But he's the only one watching.
Okay, that's fine.
You never watched it today.
And Kelly. Kelly's watching too.
What's up, Kelly?
She said, if I lived closer, I'd have bought some sweet potato souffle. Oh my God, I wish
Kelly,
we
where are
did.
you? Where are you, Kelly? Where you at? We can pick up.
Okay.
All right, though.
You want to know Mark?
Where's Mark? Okay.
He does.
So basically, shout out to PJ Morgan, man, who was in Vegas and he hooked us up with tickets. To
Okay.
the Room 5
Tell
concert.
the story to the people.
Yes, tell a story.
He hooked us up with dope tickets to the Room 5 concert, so big shout out to my big brother.
Oh.
He never gave me nothing. And I like free things. I'm very.
When is the Maroon 5 concert?
When is it?
Uh-huh. Or has
No,
it
was
happened
like
already?
past.
Okay.
It was like for New Year's. Hey.
Oh, she's in East Texas. Dang.
Let me get all that.
Can you mail it? That might be not wise.
Me? What?
She was like, what? No.
You don't want this song to be about you.
Wait, what song is this?
Without you. This might listen to
Are you going to surprise us with what you're going to do later on the Facebook Live?
I was just going to do like a live version of it.
Of this?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 5 seconds?
You like it? You like it?
Oh, you like it?
Bro, thanks. Hydrated and about the head.
Hide my food.
What's up, Jackie? WB okay? Hey, Kim. Chloe, what's up? I ain't so cute, bro.
And we are back. This is the Misbelief Radio Show. That actor got Martin Batts Bradford. You can find me on all your social media platforms at Mr. Batts. Spell it, Mr. Albert. You ain't gonna find your boy. And as usual, we with the cast, with the crew, with the squad, with the fam. I'm gonna throw it to my right. Who up in here with me?
Hi, everybody. It's me, the one and only, the phenomenal woman, Oshun. Hi. That's my new thing. I'm going, hey.
Look at that. You know what I mean? And to the left, we got you.
It's Jay still keeping it real, y'all.
As usual. Well, then, Mastermind. Who that you just believe? Oh, okay. Spoiler alert. So yes. First and foremost, if you have any music out there that you want to send to us to be played, we play all local artists as long as it's clean. As long as it's clean. We gotta say that over and over because for whatever reason people still send us that dirty.
And when you say clean, please take out all the N-words, and A-words, and D-words.
All of them.
Yeah, even if the N-word and the curse word to you is a curse word to the FCC, so you know.
Right.
It just is what it is. I feel you though. But like I said, man, you know, we got it. Well, like Mastermind said, who we got in the building right now is this, you know, tell them who you is, mister.
What's up with it? It's your boy Kevin Stylez in the building, man. Glad to be here. I appreciate y'all having me.
Glad to have you, man. Like I said, we been playing your music here, you know, we fans.
Yeah, I am.
You hear me? And well, first and foremost, every time anyone comes on the show, we always ask them the same question. Do you know what a misbelief is?
Sure.
Sure, I don't know if you're that confident.
I mean, I'm not sure if it's the same definition that y'all use, but I mean, it's something that you don't believe. Wait, no?
Well, I mean, if that's what you want to believe,
that's
you.
Disbelief. Okay.
That's it. We disbelieve your misbelief definition.
Let's go with y'all definition. What would that be?
You from here?
Yeah.
All right. You ever seen that fruit? It's hanging from a tree. It's a bunch of them, like in a cluster. The yellow. Most times people gotta climb them to get them, and they always we always talk about how we always got hopping somebody all over somebody's fence or something to find it. Okay. It got it's a loquat, Japanese plum.
Yeah.
What's another name for it? Yeah, man. In Gentilly area where I'm from, you know, we used to call it misbeliefs. And most people in New Orleans, you know, we have different stories. So if you know what I'm talking about, you have any misbelief story?
I mean, I'm not
anything
gonna lie.
Connected to the fruit.
I grew up off of Jonquil Street, like when I was 2 years old, and I think we did something like moving back and forth. But like I think we had a tree that I guess had that on it. But I'm not. Other than that, no.
She's showing you pictures.
Yeah. That's about right. Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I remember seeing them.
Yeah, that's
they was cool or whatever.
That's all you're gonna get. I ain't even gonna lie.
I'm gonna keep it 100, man. Straight up, man. And when DC ain't here, I like to ask the guests, man. Give me Kevin Stylez in 3 words.
Ooh. Dang. I'm gonna go with Black Proud and I can't say black again. God fearing.
All right, you know he laid it on us. I see you, brother. All right. So okay, look, let's start from the beginning, man. What got you in the music, man? For people that don't know out here, who's the first time they ever hearing about Kevin Stylez?
Well, my dad's a pastor actually. I grew up in church, like a lot of different artists that I aspire to be like. So, I sung my first solo in church when I was 7 years old.
Word.
And, I sung all the way up until Katrina. And then I moved out to Texas. I was depressed, and my mom went out and bought me a keyboard. And so she was like, use this to kind of get through.
So were you depressed just because you was in Texas, or was like Katrina type thing, or what we talking about that?
I mean, I grew up in a close-knit family. Everybody in my family always was together and stuff. And then when it happened, we had family went to Memphis, we had family went to Atlanta, and other places. So it was just like my brother, like we grew up together. He went to Monroe, and it was like, you know, that was my. So I had nobody.
Yeah.
And so yeah, she was like, here's a keyboard. I don't know why. It was just a random, but she went and got me one, and I didn't play it for like about probably like 3 months, and then a Jamie Foxx show would come on. And it was like he would do certain things like people don't give Jamie Foxx enough respect, like
for how talented he is.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. So he would set up these moments on the piano and like tell different stories of love and comedy and stuff, and I was like, man, I want to do that. So I went in the room, I dust off all my keyboard, like the webs and stuff like that. Started teaching myself from
self-taught.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dang, I don't have the patience. What?
So you taught yourself how to read music? Basically,
not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
No, I just kind of like play by ear.
Play by ear. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And I actually, so I learned, the first song I learned was "Heaven" by Jamie Foxx, and then I started learning "Ordinary People" by John Legend.
Wow.
And so I played it for the keyboard player at my church, and he was like, "Man, I want to enter you into this band." It was a team band, and so I got in there. We, and you know, ultimately we opened up for Jeffrey Osborne and Boyz II Men and all these different names, and it was just a really dope experience.
Yes, indeed.
So came back to New Orleans and put all that together, the singing and the playing and all that, and just decided to be Kevin Stylez.
Man, bro, and I often say, man, I feel like church breeds such amazing artists.
Yeah.
You feel me? I guess it's that positive feedback, because you ain't gonna boo you.
Right.
You could be the worst ever. They're like, yeah, child, keep going, baby.
I just experienced that 2 days ago, so yeah.
Yeah, he said, I'm fresh from the babies and hallelujahs. And but that you need that as a development artist, especially if you start from a kid to, because you know most artists, you know, they're a little nervous, a little scared. They put yourself out there because it's a vulnerable thing.
It is. Singing artistry in general is very vulnerable. So it's like you have to wear your heart on your sleeve, but you have to be strong enough, and you have to have a heart enough. Like you have to know yourself enough to get through that point. So it's like, yeah, it's interesting.
So do you write?
I do write. I write all my own music. I actually, it's funny. I just got out of a relationship.
Oh, we about to have a classic album. He said, I'm fresh out.
Real talk. And I mean, the reason why I got in a relationship, like I tell the stories, I just told this to my brother, like, I used to write from his relationships. And I had never really been in a serious relationship. So I literally came into this, like, hey, God, hook me up with a relationship so I can write off my own stuff.
Wow.
He said, first and foremost, I've been thinking about my love songs until then.
And it wasn't.
It's very Mary J of you. It's very Mary J of you, and I'm kind of appreciating your artistry at this moment.
My artistry. But no, it's and this is my brother. Like I said, who was like this. So everything he felt, I felt, and I was like, man, it's something. But I needed it for myself.
He often came to you, I guess, you know, when anything was going down.
Yeah, and I could literally feel it. You know So, got in a relationship that lasted for about, you know, a long time, 3 years.
Oh, that is a long time.
Yeah.
You put it time.
You got over that
good material.
Yeah. Y'all gonna feel it. No, so, you know, but this is kind of when I really started developing myself as an artist. And I'm getting to the point now where it's like, it just literally flows out, you know. So, and I needed that. So I'm excited about everything I'm putting out now. You're gonna feel it.
So, what's some people that you really feel? You said Jamie Foxx. Who else you think inspires you?
Donny Hathaway has
so underrated.
Yeah.
He's so underrated.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because he didn't even like his voice. Like he had like something where so he could make. That was like crazy to me. His voice is butter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder, obviously. Tank.
You can't see obviously on this show because resident host DC Paul did you see the controversial meme he put up maybe a few weeks ago?
What was it?
He said that Stevie Wonder, you can appreciate, his artistic, his writing, his playing, but his vocals are trash.
Really?
Yes, he said trash vocals.
Yeah, DC Paul let us know that Stevie Wonder is garbage, and I had
vocally. Let's get your hot take. He said that we said
you better tell him. You better tell him about the range.
I'm not gonna comment on that. Shout out to DC though. Nah, but yeah, and the thing is, I love all types of music. I love country music. I love the fact that it's like a storytelling.
Stories, right? Yeah, that's the underrated thing about country music. Most times people just stereotypically say, "I hate country," but I'm like, there's different styles of R&B, there's different styles of rap, there's different kinds of country.
Yeah, I don't really relate to those people. I don't really conversate with them because they're close-minded. So
I hear you.
I try to keep that away from me. But yeah, country music, I love that. I love who's my artist I love in country I like Rascal Flatts is probably one of my favorite bands. I like Hunter Hayes. Y'all know about Hunter Hayes?
You about to put me on right now.
Let me Google Hunter.
Look at beautiful Brian know about that Hunter.
You know about Hunter, right?
Yeah,
Hunter Hayes' album helped me get through heartbreak, like for real. Like, and stuff. But let's see. I can move around a lot. Like obviously gospel music. It's too many genres to like really zero in. But I aspire to be like a lot of people, or I have aspirations to kind of dibble and dabble in a lot of those different styles.
I mean, like
Miguel.
Kevin Stylez.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Miguel.
That's like one of my favorite artists.
Ooh, praise Miguel.
You can't mention Miguel around this one to the left.
Really?
Yeah.
And I actually got to open for Miguel like a couple times. Like it was crazy. It was crazy. Like I was using the restroom, right? And so I look over and see some shoes. I'm like, man, that's some dope shoes. And I look up and it's Miguel. And I'm like, hey, I couldn't dap him off because like
We in the restaurant.
I'm like, man. And so we chopped it up for a little while, and I'm actually cool with his guitar player. So
That's your in. That's your in, cousin.
Hey, friend.
But yeah, man, Miguel is dope for real. And he's actually releasing his new single December 1st. Congratulations on the marriage, man. White,
Beautiful.
man.
Perfect.
I'll stand for her.
Perfect.
Man, I was following her on Instagram before I knew that was his girl. I was like, whoa, she just,
Dude,
yeah.
everything you want in a woman, like
She's
for real.
perfect.
Yeah.
He knew. He's smart enough.
You know.
Yeah, he's
They
smart.
belong together. They're both perfect.
So tell us about tripping. Apparently there's a story behind that that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, tripping. Well, tripping is basically it's my take on. There's a lot of beautiful women in the world, first of all. It's the shallow way you can look at it. So I think that people always shout out Miami females, New York, LA, but there's a lot of beautiful women in Woodlands. So that's the first take on it. But I also feel like New Orleans is a beautiful place. So if you go take a look at the video, I'm actually highlighting different areas in the city, and I'm personifying New Orleans as a woman. So yeah.
I like that.
That's indeed. All right, baby. Yeah. Shout out to Miss Nola. So what you got coming up next?
Oh man, we have like I said earlier, I'm having a video release party. The video's almost done. I can't wait for y'all to see it. It's so dope. Yeah, and y'all gonna know what happened in my relationship when y'all see it.
Uh-oh. We talking about movies? We just like a
It's
little...
gonna be like a little movie. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna start off with based on a true story, and then you're gonna get all of that.
We have a to be continued. I'm just
It's
wondering.
to be continued at the end of it.
I'm
Yes.
about to say, okay, so we gonna have R. Kelly style thing going down. Kelly Styles movies.
For real.
Shouts out.
For real.
And I love those songs that take you there. That take you to those points where you be like, man, I remember I feel that. Or when you watch the visuals, you was like, yeah. You know what I mean? That's the things that take you in. So I'm excited, man.
Yeah, man. At the end of the video, everybody have the same response as seeing it so far. It's like, dang. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you want.
That's what I want.
Impact.
Yeah. So we got the video release party that's happening on December 6th. It's gonna be at the Renaissance Arts. So if y'all, it's 700 shop. So if y'all in the area come through, free food, free drinks, all that good stuff. Also December 5th, if anybody wants to be in a commercial, I don't know if y'all know, but I did a Chip Boy Star commercial about 2014.
Chip Boy Star.
Yeah.
Of it all. Yeah.
So we're about to do part 2 right now.
Word.
December 5th, we're shooting that at the Jazz Market. Big shout out to Jazz Market.
Big shout out to Jazz Market. We rock with them.
And they be having it popping.
Wednesdays.
Catch that wave.
Yes, indeed. Well, tell the people out there where you can find you at.
All
you info.
Also, at the Ace Hotel, what is this? Next Friday, I'm performing. It's like a Houston versus New Orleans show.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. That looks like it's going to be really good.
Yeah, you should come through. And then also Saturday, I'm performing for Bayou Classic Fan Fest.
Oh, man, get in. Keep plugging. Plug, man. Son. Yes.
And what else?
Black excellence in the building, man.
My mind is telling me. No, but it often draws a blank. So if you want to stay in touch with everything we got going, you can go to www.kevinstylez.com. Follow me on all my social handles. It's at KevStylez, KEVSTYLEZ.
Yes, indeed. Well, follow the homie, man. Positive vibe, positive brother, man. We appreciate you coming through, dude.
Appreciate y'all, man. It's all love.
Yes, indeed. So, DJ Mastermind, what you got queued up? We got Trippin' queued up, and for the people that's, peeping us out on DC Paul's Facebook Live, we will have Kevin Stylez singing live in studio 12:30, as we like to call it, So if you want to get that vibe on the radio, you can listen to Trippin', or you can catch him right now with us. This is the Misbelief Radio Show. We'll be back in a few. Don't get none. Got the koofy?
It's blowing on my head. I'm just got off my car. I'm old school. Y'all know I'm old people church.
That is some old people talking.
Kevin.
Man, homie is working.
I'm trying.
Man, that's the best way to be though, dog.
After that breakup, I was like, you're gonna feel this.
Yeah, brother. And look, that's when the best music is the one that's inspired by that artist, especially since you're a writer.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, presenting the one and only R&B sensation. Oshun. No, I'm joking. Kevin Stylez.
Hey!
Shout out to that water too.
I said WBOK water. It's only ours. Home brand. Kevin Stylez been telling where they can find you at. You was a real soulful dude. Shit.
So y'all can find me. Y'all can find the song on iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, all that good stuff. Any social media, any handle that you can buy music, or you can find it on there, as well as tripping. Yeah, man, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I'm still in the vibe. I'm sorry.
That's all right. We understand.
Bro, we still in the vibe.
I know.
At Kev Stylez, KEVSTYLEZ. Website www.kevinstylez.com. I
appreciate you coming on. Follow and support this brother, man. He get in here and he working. And look, what more can you say, man? He just
Kevin Stylez, Kelly. His name is Kevin Stylez. Tell them one more time. They ask me for your name. They want to encore everything.
I want to know your name too. That's why y'all gotta follow me. At Kev Stylez, KEVSTYLEZ. www.kevinstylez.com. We got all the events, all that stuff. And holler at me on Twitter. I'll holler at you. Let's go to church together.
Let's go to church.
I'll take you off camera.
Okay.
I think I know what I know.
You catch a picture with him for the Mr.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, if you got me.
Oh, snap. Man, my keyboard have energy.
Bro, it's going to have all this
Technical
one
difficulties. Technical difficulties.
It's out. I'm going to move the thing and I'm moving the thing.
I just want to let all difficulties. We don't have insurance.
Nah, this keyboard didn't get through a lot, bro. That's not nothing.
They've been through breakups. Right. No, come on, y'all. So I can get this picture.
Slime getting one too with you?
I am giving it to Brian. This is on the Misbelief Instagram.
The Instagram?
Come on, you're gonna open.
Yeah, nailed it. Oh my god.
I just wish I was right.
Ladies first.
What?
No, you know.
You wish it was what?
No.
You better. Did it?
Yeah.
I mean, as low, we just try to get that
Yeah, it worked.
Okay.
Yeah.
My bad for energizing your piano.
Bro, it's all good, bro. It's all good.
Fumble!
Right quick for Facebook Live. Facebook Live. Kevin Stylez. If Kevin Stylez is trying to pick up a girl.
Yeah.
He's a beautiful woman. What does Kevin Stylez say? What does Kevin Stylez
Hey,
do?
it really depends on the moment. You know
The
what I'm
moment.
saying?
All right.
I'm real big on vibes.
All right.
So, whatever, like, I can use the environment, you know what I'm saying? Whatever's going on at that moment. So it's, but, that's a hard one. Because I'm not the kind of person to just holler at a girl and use some cookie cutter or some, like, you know,
Yeah.
some kind of line that's been used before or something like that. So,
What's been your experience? Is it easy to use someone that you know, or?
which if I'm trying to talk to somebody?
Yeah.
No, I mean, when I was in Vegas, like, I was just like, man, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, what's up? But, yeah, in New Orleans, everybody knows everybody anyway.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, yeah, probably so. Yeah, you look familiar.
Okay. You look that.
That's
like it started.
Yeah, that's one. But, other than that, man, I don't really like to sing for females if I'm first meeting them, because I want to vibe and see if we like on the same wave without that.
Do you think that your voice will, what's the word I'm looking for? Will it just make them fall
Melt.
too easy before you get a chance to really, you know,
Question.
see if they're really worth it, right? Is that what's going to happen?
I mean, I guess it's a tool to be used, but I'd rather use it like, you know, to connect with people on a different level.
You're also good. Now you,
you know what I'm saying?
I appreciate
So, yeah, what's up?
it. Makes it easy for us.
My mom loves this guy. She just messaged me. He was so good.
Tell moms thanks.
Mama approved, you heard me?
Appreciate you, bro. Oh, man. But yeah. Who was talking about?
Women.
Women,
We were
yeah.
talking about
Duh.
women.
I had a quick question, Bruce. I like that song, dog. Super soulful.
Thank you.
What key is that in?
It's in...
Do you know?
Yeah.
Sorry if that's just like extra random, but
Yes.
I really want to jam to that.
G flat.
G flat?
That's sharp G flat, yep.
Gotcha. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So yeah, women, but big shout out to the ladies. I love the ladies. Like I said, I'm having a show next Friday. This is Saturday, right?
It's Saturday.
Yeah, so
It's
actually,
Saturday.
there's this Friday coming up at it's at the 3 Keys inside of the Ace Hotel. You know, it's gonna be a night of live band, love, you know, music. So
And when is this again?
it's next Friday, which is the 24th of
Okay.
November. And if y'all can't catch that, come out, you know, that Saturday to Bayou Classic Fan Fest. You know, we got T.I. in the building, Jacquees, K Camp, your boy Kevin Stylez.
Hey.
Turn up.
What's your favorite song to perform?
I would have to say it's Bittersweet. It's probably the song I just released.
Yeah.
Because I can connect with it the most right now.
Yeah.
But it's also I have to put myself in that mindset a lot.
Yeah.
And it's kind of aggravating.
You just said you went through a breakup. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
You
I'm
good,
I'm
man?
Gucci.
You know, we do check-in on Mondays, mental health Mondays. So,
No.
no, this is a good thing. Like, as a community, we check in with everybody, make sure everyone's doing good for the week. So, let us know if you want to join the rotation. We'll check in on it.
It's legit. It's almost one of those situations where, you know, I'm Gucci, but it's like literally I believe in true artistry. So just like an actor does, you know, he gets in a certain mode. I mean, big shout out to, who was it that played the Joker in Batman?
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger,
Ledger.
right?
Yeah.
So I mean, he got so into character that he freaking, like, you know, lost his life. And so I always aspire to go far within my artistry. So if I can connect, I try to literally go there.
Yeah.
And so when you have to go there, they kind of like, it's, you know, that's what I mean by that.
I feel
But
it.
I'm Gucci now. Yeah.
I'm good, man. Good. Man. I appreciate it. I don't want to hold you.
Oh, nice.
I'm
I'm asking to pack this up and I'm coming back and holler at y'all.
Yeah.
I think you might want your phone.
Oh, yeah, I do want to.
Here I'm out. I think I see food, but I still haven't partaken.
Y'all have an iPhone 7?
I have a 6S.
You have a 6S. Keep that.
Yes, we not fancy like that.
I got the 7. And it's kind of weird antenna. And so now everybody has a 7. Like they're going through a situation where they start losing service and stuff. They want you to bump up to 8. I'm not going to get it with me. I'm going down to 6.
Yeah, I don't plan on getting a 7.
Well, honey, my 6 is giving me problems too. So
I have 2, a 5, and a 6.
Wait, so that's me right here. I'm sorry. Damn, I was down to 2.
That's okay. We talk to them the whole time. right, thank you, Kevin.
Y'all about to get back on air?
Yeah, let me get my coming through again. Key for the door? You have a key? Yeah.
So go through the side door. Tell them go through the side.
Okay. So our other guests here then.
Oh, well, hold on.
I do, yeah.
Just hold it.
If I'm back for sure,
Kevin? Mm-hmm.
Will we talk to the live or something right now?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, you talk to live.
I was just getting these there. I mean, like, you know, normally DC, you know, he's very aware of live. He be talking to y'all and stuff. If you ever look back at any episode, normally I'm just like, y'all don't exist. Y'all like a wall or something. But how y'all doing? What they talking about on that mug?
You know, they're not talking about anything because there's only one person. I'm sure she doesn't want to talk to herself.
Oh, what's up, one person? We appreciate you.
Hi, Melissa.
What's up, Melissa?
Hi.
Yeah, man.
Do y'all know that it's almost about to be week 52 for us? We on like
Week 52.
52 means a year.
Okay, so we're approaching our first year.
And I think we should do something real special.
I think so, too.
I don't know.
You're just looking at the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me you can come in. We got a chef for him.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Sherry. My name is Sydney. I don't know if you know me.
Yeah.
But Sherry says she wants to talk to her babies. So
Oh,
she's
hey,
watching.
She can't talk with her baby right now. Baby working. Yeah, man. We got a chef. Tell me we got a chef.
We got a chef for you, babe.
Hey.
I'm hungry, y'all.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Morning.
You put on your good church shoes, you were just
Oh,
playing
no.
football.
No, I was at a wedding.
Oh.
Hey. Thanks for having me.
I mean, yeah, you got it decked out, you feel me?
Like I had
We ain't that black.
go back to the reception.
I'm like, regret it.
Oh, we have with 1 minute. Everybody that is.
We ready.
So who's getting married?
My cousin's friend. We've been knowing her for forever.
That's New Orleans shit right there.
Yeah, man.
My cousin friend. Not my
Not my people.
Somebody else people.
Yeah, she been in the family for a while, so she part of the family. She was that way.
It sounds like Tasha Scott from Escape. Who is this?
10 minutes?
10 seconds.
Oh, son. God damn. You recording?
I am.
Hey.
This is Facebook Live. Hey.
I know your arm's getting tired.
Well, I'm using the wall for support.
Oh, all right. You smart. You smart. She look like, my auntie used to make us stand in the corner with our hands up. That's like the worst.
It is.
Yeah.
They used to make us do that in
We
school.
are back with the Misbelief Radio Show. This is that actor guy, Martin Bass Bradford. And you know, I'm back with the people, man. Who that is to my right?
Hi, everybody. It's me, Oshun, the one and only, the lovely, the talented. Hi.
Hi,
And
you
the
going?
lovely- Hi.
You working at high.
Hi.
Is that good again?
Hi.
Well, and also to my left, I'm in here with the Misbelief Misses, you know. I'm feeling
Hey,
good.
taking over.
But
Jay
keep,
still,
Mazzy,
Jay still keeping it real.
what's that? Jay Still as always, and you know, my dude Mastermind in the booth. What's going on, man?
It's like a cinnamon roll, right? I want
So apparently Beautiful Brian brought us some refreshments today, right? Shouts out.
Yes.
This is brought from Beautiful Brian in the back, you heard me?
meal.
Sandwiches and pecan, whatever that is. I ain't taste that yet.
It's so good.
So it's like a plowring, or what is it?
That's what it tastes like.
Oh, Lord.
I can appreciate that. Okay, all right. Who is that you just played?
Okay.
Your desire.
And I'm glad you're saying pecans. We'll talk about that later.
I know.
And now we're moving on to our second interview for the episode, man. Shouts out, what's good with the actor Greg Tarzan Davis. Give him, we got the. We don't have the claps.
We don't have claps. Oh my gosh.
We usually have the claps for our guests, but he up there eating the pecan delights.
You better put them pecan hands together.
Yeah.
Something like that. We got a bell though. All right.
Yes, indeed. Well, whenever something, any kind of shade happen, we got to hit the shade back.
Oh, well, we're going to be shading a lot.
Hey, man, hit the bell is to your disposal, man. Let them know who you are.
What's up? I'm Greg Tarzan Davis. No shit. I just want to hit the bell.
Power of the bell. So appreciate you coming on, man.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, indeed. So we like to start off all our interviews with the first question being, do you know what a misbelief is?
Do I know what a misbelief is?
Yeah.
In my own words.
Uh-oh. I mean, that's about to get dicey.
You're from here. You're from here, so you should know what this is.
Oh, wait, hold on. Time out. I'm from California as of 5 months ago.
Oh! Come on now.
It's like getting brand new already.
Oh, no, I'm not changing up on a city or nothing like that. I just... Oh, gosh. I'm woke. I'm woke. Let me tell you.
Woke.
Let me tell you what misbelief is. Hold on. Let me tell you. Let me run down what misbelief is.
Run it down for us, man.
It's a large evergreen. You understand what I'm saying? It's a tree grown commercially for its yellow fruit.
Yeah.
And it's cultivated as a ornamental plant. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
I had to.
Man.
I mean, that was just so accurate.
It wasn't as if you was looking at it on Wikipedia.
No.
Any technological advice?
No.
Dad, great, man. Well, the next question is usually, do you have a misbelief story?
Do I have a misbelief story? Do I have a plant story?
I mean, since you know so well what a misbelief is, do you have any story connected to the fruit?
Well,
that is the misbelief.
Tell us how you grew them in California. Tell them.
If we talking about the misbelief fruit, I can tell you this time. This girl told me not to eat the fruit, and I ended up eating the fruit, and then I ended up with like clothes on.
Are we still talking about misbelief?
Oh, we was talking about fruit, right?
Yeah, I said the girl told me eat the fruit, and clothes happened.
I don't know. I don't know.
This gotta be the wildest misbelief story we've ever had.
Bell one time. God dang.
All right. Well, usually the name of the show is a Misbelief Radio Show, and it's a fruit that's grown in multiple people's backyards, and oftentimes folk have these stories of hopping somebody else's fence and climbing up the tree and getting the fruit and all kind of zany hijinks that get into getting that fruit. And it's like almost connected. It's also known as japonica, Japanese plum, loquat. You feel me? But you broke it down for us so eloquently.
Right.
So
I mean, I had to.
So scientifically.
I can't come in here with a blazer and not know what I'm talking about. You heard my guy? It's a little bit scientific.
So tell people who you are. Well, first I want to ask you, tell us about who's Tarzan in 3 words.
Outgoing, loving, and what's another word I can use? Sexy.
I appreciate someone who can call themselves sexy with straight
That's
face.
beautiful.
That's you got no confidence in them.
You have to. It don't necessarily have to be like how you look and shit. I look at sexy not as a sexual term. I use sexy as in how you appeal to people, and it's not necessarily like I said like a sex appeal type thing. It's more you can eat that pecan, what is it, cake or pie? You be like, dang, this tastes sexy. You know what I'm saying? It just bring you that type of joy because sexy is related to some type of pleasure. You know what I'm saying? So I don't use it as like, oh dang, she look good, or oh dang, he look good, like they sexy. No, I use it as a something that brings you joy.
So I feel like if this was the Webster's dictionary, like they got 1, 2, 3, 4, that's like one of the many many breakdowns of what sexy could be.
That's definitely. Then if you use it in a term, you'll be like, let's see, I guess for like a nerdy, like, that quantum physics was very sexy.
Yeah.
You're using something like
turn
that.
Jimmy Neutron on all day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It made him happy.
Yeah.
Made him happy.
Made the swirl swivel. Well, okay, so you're an actor. You recently have moved to California. Tell us about that journey, being from New Orleans. How you even started in the game? Like, what got you started in the craft, and how did you get to California?
I got started. I've always had a passion for entertaining people. I always wanted the spotlight on me. I'm not gonna say I'm conceited or anything, but I just love to make people laugh. I always got in trouble for it. I'm not gonna relate that to like, oh, since you're a class clown, you should be an actor or anything like that. But I was just the type, I got my work done, don't get me wrong, but I was just the type to be like, okay, now it's time to put on a performance. Not like me acting up, but me wanting to, entertain people any type of way.
It's outlet.
Yeah, I just like to, make people laugh. I like to bring them some type of feeling, whether it's sad, happiness, mad, or whatever the case may be. And I got into sports, so I kind of put that on the back burner, but I still found my way on stage in elementary, high school, and things like that. And when it came down to it, going to college, my mother, she...
You know what I'm saying? Actors know how to improv. Let's go.
Well, when it came down to it, they was like, okay, you have to pick a career. And I was like, okay, let me be an orthodontist and a teacher. I love children, so I said, let me go ahead and teach kids, be involved with them in any type of way. And the acting was on the back burner. She always supported me, but she said, you need to pick something realistic, because it was kind of unachievable. Being an NFL player, NBA player, it's kind of unachievable if you're not in it. And my family, everybody's in my family is really in entertainment, so that wasn't something like, oh yeah, you can do it because you have this uncle, you have this auntie, you have this cousin. So it was like, okay, well, I guess I'll be a teacher. I went to school, college, majored in elementary education, minored in biology. I was planning on going to dental school after I graduated, but I still wanted to have that background in teaching. I don't know if I'm rambling or okay. So it was like, okay, boom. So then social media came out. And
that was gonna be my question.
Yeah, social media came out. I'm not gonna answer to. I'm gonna let you ask your question. So I started growing a following in social media, and God,
what's going on?
What's right now? All the love tonight, Lord. Okay,
hot girl Oshun.
I know. You gonna answer that? Like, who calling your phone this time of night? Let me see. Who's supposed to be picking you up after this show? Look. So social media popped off for me, and I was like, this is achievable. Growing up, I always said people are going to want to take pictures with me. They're going to want to have my autographs and stuff like that. And that's what I always spoke out there. And then for it to really start happening, it was like, man, anything possible. Right. So I said, I'm about to pursue this little career as an actor. And I hate when people sit there and say, just because I'm in social media, I have all these followers, I'm an actor. No, I don't equate that to be the exact same thing. That is two different things. Making a skit and being a true actor is two different things. It's a craft. This is a craft. And some people, they be like, oh, because I have this many followers, I'm like, no, you are not an actor. So I don't want listeners to sit there and think, oh, that's why I always wanted to do this. I always had a passion for it. I always loved it. But I came up following and I saw it was possible. And that's why I said I'm about to do it. I took my class. Actually, I watched this lady on YouTube because I was like, how to get started? And she said, do this, that. And I was like, dang, that's a lot to do. I don't know what to do. But I took it one step at a time. I got my headshots, the resume, whatever I kind of dedicated on the resume. I had somebody make one for me. He was like, hey, let me be your teacher. Typical Wallace. Starting out, because I didn't have nothing. It was a blank piece of paper, and I was like, all I had was my name and my number. So I had to, embellish a little bit or whatever. And I joined the class. I really enjoyed the class. So I was like, okay, this is really, really, really something direction I want to go into. So I want to say my junior year in college. I told my mom, I said, you know what, I want to be an actor. I don't want to teach anymore. I don't want to be an orthodontist anymore. And she was like, oh yeah, baby, do whatever you want to do. So going into my senior year, she saw I did not enroll, because I'm not going to lie, I was a mama's boy, and she would do anything for me, so she would like schedule my classes, or she would make sure I scheduled the right ones. Okay.
And mama got to hold it down. Mama got to. Come on, it's that real support.
Yeah,
man. Come on.
She saw when the time came, I scheduled my class. She saw that biology was not like one of my chemistry classes wasn't like Chem 2 or something like that. She was like, why didn't you do that? And I said, we was in the kitchen. I remember it. And I said, well, I told you I want to be an actor, so I don't want to waste my time, doing this and all that. And she was like, but you have to go to school. You have to this is what you have to do. Acting might not work out. And when she said that, that kind of made me mad. And I was like, you're supposed to support me. You're supposed to be behind. Like, what you talking about, woman? I ain't tell her this.
But
I'm in my head, I'm like, what you talking about, woman? Like, you said you support me. You said I can do this.
Shoot for the stars.
Exactly. The previous semester, I guess you didn't think I was that serious behind it. And when I was like, listen, Ma, I don't want to talk about it, she was like, okay, cool. So she got my grandma to try and talk me out of it. Because they talked not talk me out of it, but just to, And I was like, Granny, I know you talking to my mom. I don't want. No, I did. I swear. Like, Granny, y'all talk every morning on her way to work. I know this. And she's like, no, okay, well, I'm just saying, maybe you should try it. So eventually they got behind. She was like, she saw I was serious, and she was like, okay, listen, finish college, and you have my 100% support. And I was like, okay, that's a deal. So
right.
I went and I finished college, and then I started like really, really pursuing acting. At first, I was just taking classes, trying to get my feet wet, understand the game and stuff like that. And I got into it, and I booked my I don't remember the first thing I booked. It was something. I booked a play for LSU when I graduated, and then I booked this little independent film, and then I booked something else. I don't remember, but I was like, oh gosh, this is happening fast enough. I was like, this is cool. So I'm thinking I'm about to be, the Denzel Washington immediately. I'm all excited. I didn't understand. I didn't know about the 10-year. You got to wait 10 years before you really get there.
Master.
Yeah, I didn't know about that at first. But during that time period, I always like to throw that out there because a lot of people don't know. I sat there and I stayed inside when I graduated from college. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to go to Atlanta or not Chicago at the time. I'll tell you that story. If you ask the question, I'll tell you the story. I don't know. But I was like, I want to move and pursue the career to Atlanta. And I would stay inside for a year, and I kept pushing it all because I was really scared. That was my first time really moving out from my patrol, whatever.
And it's a leap for a dream.
Everything is super uncertain, so you really don't know which way,
Exactly. Right. So I was really like, I don't know exactly what I want to do. So I would stay inside, and I would wake up at 7 o'clock. I was done school. My sister would be, she was in high school at the time, and I was waking up as soon as she would wake up, and I'd do my acting exercise. I would do my voice to work on my speech, so I can turn it on and off like that. But when I get comfortable, it really comes out. I can't control it. But I'm reading books. I read books all day, every day. I don't stop reading. I read the craft. I watch acting videos. YouTube. I print out the scripts. I go over that and everything, just to better myself and work on the craft and stuff like that. Because I want to be the absolute best. And that's I got a lot of stories. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna stay on one topic. But I like to be the best in everything I do, or have a chance to. I always have to work harder than the next person. But a year or so passed and all that, and then I finally realized, I said, you know what, I'm about to move. And I was going to go to Atlanta, but me and my brother, who's also social media.
So you guys are real brother?
Mm-hmm.
I just thought y'all was playing.
Okay, so I was trying to figure it out. If y'all were actually brothers, or if y'all were just like best friends.
No, that's my real brother.
Let's add some context to it. So let's pause before we get to that late story. Tell them about the social media situation, because they're over there talking about your brother and such. And I think the people out here might not be too clear on what they might be referring to.
My brother, formerly known as McAsho, he's building a
What's his name?
McAsho.
That's not his name no more.
That's to McAsho. Now he's a little young brown skin, and he's pursuing a rapping career. He's already found himself, and I'm proud of that. Because at first he was I want to do this, I want to do that, but he finally found himself. And
y'all so talented.
It's so funny.
Oh, he's talented. That young man is that young man is talented. He can do any and everything. Me, I'm the type of person that focus on one thing, and I'm gonna be the best at that one thing. He's the type that know how to do this and that and that and this, and I'm like, dang, bro, if you really had the work ethic like me, you would be.
But that's how it be a lot of time with geniuses. It comes so easy that
Yeah, and he I be trying to get on his behind. He was lazy. LA brings the monster out of you. It makes you have to work now. So now he's like, okay, now I need to stay on it. Now I need to constantly work and hustle and bustle, because that's not LA. You're not staying with your mom. You're not in no dorm room. You're not in no apartment no more. So I'm proud of him, because he is growing into a fine young man.
He's so funny.
And y'all got it popping on Instagram. So how did that, even, did it just pop up, or was it something that was viral specifically?
It started off fun. I didn't expect to get famous from social media. And actually my brother started off first. And Nick, I don't know if Nick McClatty was we were in Panama Beach. I started my sophomore, junior year in college, and my brother came in with the following and stuff like that, and Nick started building his following and stuff, and he had this little group called Black Ring. I don't know if y'all remember that.
I remember that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The throwback.
Yeah. They had their original members. I wasn't an original member, but I was cool with all of them in there. We was chilling in, and Nick said, "Bro, why you don't make videos? You funny, because we had like buku people. We was having like a little kickback, and I was making everybody laugh. I said, why you don't make videos? How you gonna let your brother take all the shine and stuff like that?" I said, I don't have time for it. I'm focused on school. My mom was like, school. I'm gonna throw it out there to make my mama happy. I graduated from high school with a 4.2, graduated from college with a 3.6. You know, just throw that out there real quick. So I was all about that. I got time for that. He said, Nick was like, you need to start. You need to like start making some videos. And I was like, it might be fun. So when we came back from Panama, me and my brother, I was like, how do we make this video? Because I didn't know how to do this stuff. I was like, how do we make this video? So I was like, hold the camera. We how do I say a bad word? We rigged.
I'm glad you caught yourself.
Right.
we rigged. You know, we always had to. Because we didn't understand the camera stands. We didn't have that at the time. So we would take shoe boxes and set up the cameras and stuff. So I made my first video and it popped. Yeah. And then people just started following. I was like, oh, okay. And people was laughing. I was like, this is a great way to do it. And I had time on my hand because I always got my work done early. I would, you know, get my homework done early. And I said, you know, let me start making videos. I started making it. Following started going. And then it was like, hey, you might as well be a part of Black Crank. And I was like, well, put me in it. and we did it. And from there, we just started following. We didn't really have a viral video. We had viral videos, but we didn't have it like all these other people you see, like Catch Me Outside or anything like that. Honestly, Nick, I think, is the first viral. B-Dot, he was a part of Black Crank. I don't know if y'all know him.
Yeah.
Okay, B-Dot, he was, and he had his viral video that put him to where he is now. And then Nick is the second person in our little former group to, you know, have a viral video that put him on the next level. And yeah, it started off with just fun. It was just like, let's make videos and make people laugh. Yeah, and then, you know, people started like loving this. And I remember the first time somebody was like, oh my gosh. and it scared me because I'm chilling in where were we were the Union. The Union. Now I was going to the school for I was going to LSU 2 years prior before the social media really started popping for me. And all of a sudden, this girl's like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm scared. It's you. Me? Yeah. It's me. Yes. And then make the videos. And I was like, oh yeah, I do make videos. Yeah. And they were like, can I take a picture? Can I take a picture? Then she took a picture and she left. And then she came back. But she came back with 2 other people. And with a guy and a girl. Girl, that is him who make the videos. And I was like, yeah, it's me. Can we take a picture? And I was like, yeah, come on. Like, let's do it.
You might have said no.
Exactly. But I wouldn't have said no. I've never, I told one girl no because she played on me. Should we get on that topic? If you, yeah,
go ahead. You got some mic.
Let me get on. Shout out to her for playing on me. So she's sitting in the choir, and you know, we having a party later on. Not having a party, it was a party in Lafayette. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm just talking to her. I'm running in with her like, no, and we keep, I'm making her laugh, whatever. And I'm like, so what's your number? Let's link up later or whatever. She said, oh,
Oh.
And I was like,
not even words.
Yeah, like,
dang.
I'm like, okay, I'm respectful. I'm not about to, push you for it. You say no, I'm not the type to grab your arm like say like, man, stop playing with me. You were anyways. I'm not that type of person. I'm a sweetheart. I think like the nigga, So she said like, okay, cool. So later that night, or it was the next day. I don't quite remember, but we out in Lafayette and her friend. We leave in a club and people are taking pictures and stuff like that, and her friend's like, oh girl, this is her first time her friend seeing me and Ash and I don't know if Nick was with us. Oh no, it was me and Ash. First time seeing us. And she like, oh girl, that's them. And I hear her and she comes up with the rest and she tried to take a picture and then she walk off because she took a picture with Ash and she was trying to take a picture with me because somebody was taking a picture with me. And I see the girl and she like, and I'm not gonna lie. When I saw her, I was like, But I ain't let her know I looked, but I saw her, and I'm playing it off like, all right, come here, sweetie, how you doing? I'm just trying to. So, all of a sudden, she's like, who are they? And I hear her, because she's not that far. She's probably like, where you staying? She's like, who are they? And I'm like, girl, they make them videos, they got all these followers, da-da-da-da. All of a sudden, she come up to me and she tagged me. hey.
Hey,
I'm
now.
like,
Right, not as hey.
And she like, can I get a picture? And I'm like, I'm sorry, sweetie.
I got pride.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Listen,
I got respect, man.
The exact same
So-
thing she hit me with, I was like, I'm sorry. And she was like, you serious? And a friend mouth dropped.
Yeah.
And she was like, girl, you never did that before. I was like, you're like, he's sweet on social media.
Well, look how you was being, man. Comes back around. So one thing I do know is that we know this part again. I'm an actor as well. Jay still an actor. Most of us, Mastermind is. They talking about how your followers are not nowadays equating to getting booked. Like how the casting directors and these people looking at, you know, the power of social media is now coming to our game, even whether we want to or not. And now you're in California with the movers and the shakers, apparently. So what you feel like you've learned so far on your journeys thus far? Going to the West Coast and dealing in the social media realm as well as that's grown.
I've learned I've learned more about the business moving to California than anything. I don't think they teach you the stuff they should. Not should, I don't say should, but they don't teach you the stuff you will learn by actually being there in the industries. Like everywhere you go, you are in the industry. Whether you know it's music, rap, acting, modeling, whatever. I've learned a lot. I can be walking past and hear a conversation. I'm picking up on stuff that they're talking about. And I was talking to my friend about that. I said, I can be walking up the street because everybody does something in the industry. Right? Yeah. And I can be walking up the street and I can hear them talking. I would just sit there and I would listen, eavesdrop, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. And I would go home, I would research it, I would like, you know, jot it down or whatever. That's different from out here. As far as social media goes, they take that so serious. I didn't know how serious they take it compared to people out here. Like when I say serious, I actually, before I left, I was like, because I fell off on videos. I didn't want to make videos anymore. I said I want to focus strictly on acting. So I was like, stop.
Not trying to be boxed.
Yeah, not trying to be boxed. I said, this is what I want to do, not social media. I was doing it for fun anyways. And then, you know, all the fun was taken out of it for me. But going out there, it's like resume for real, and most of the time you won't get a job. I went in an audition, and they said, wow, you did really, really good. And I had a homegirl who knew the people, and she contacted me and said, how did you do? Oh, he did fantastic. And then 2 days later, she was like, oh, you didn't get the job. We got somebody with a bigger following.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But they take it so serious to the point where I was coming out here and I said, okay, I want to make some videos with everybody while they're, you know, before I leave. And it was like, okay, well, you didn't book a cameraman like you have to book them a week in advance because they always making videos, they're always busy. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm not used to that. I make my own videos.
I let my people, we come through. That's a big, easy way.
That's it. I make most of my videos myself, acting as all my characters, but I wanted to try something new because I see everybody else doing. So I'm like, let me see how this is. And you know, but I'm asking, so who wants to shoot this? You know, a few people saying yes, some people ignored it, whatever. And then when it came down to, oh, I'm busy. And they'd be like, see, this is why I do it myself.
Right.
I don't have to deal with, you know, you turn me down or waiting for this person to get here or that or that.
It's just really hard being dependent on people.
But it's a different ballpark, and it's money in social media. I thought I was making money on social media out here. Heck no, they making money out there. Woo. It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. Somebody made, I'm not name dropping, but somebody made $100,000 off of social in 1 month, off of ads. Just ads. Off of ads on Facebook. And that blew my mind. I was like, what?
Yeah. You about to start selling something.
Right.
What? It's something I recommend everybody get on, especially if you're in the entertainment industry, because that's what they want nowadays.
And it goes back to what you said earlier about the opportunity. At one point, like what you just said, this when we were talking about the story, how at one point it seemed like it's a closed-off medium to get into the game. But now with social media and with the internet, people opening their own doors.
Yeah. Create your own content. That's what that. You know, I found a lot of people are creating their own content out there, as for like web series, short films. You know, they're doing that. You have to do that now. I'm saying. And at one point, I was convinced. I was like, man. The casting directors, the producers, they're all old heads. They all like, you know, they don't know about social media, so I'm not worried about social media. But we are taking over now. Right. The people who came up in social media. So let's say you are a casting director up and coming. In about 5-10 years, you're gonna be that top casting director, and social media is gonna be what you look at. But let's say you know you are older or whatever, and you're a casting director, and you like, oh, I'm not worried about that, but you're going to be going in the next 5 years.
It's a young person's game, man. It's always advancing. It's always evolving. Straight up. So we didn't run out of time, but dude, appreciate you coming on. What you got coming up?
Oh shucks. Okay, what I have coming up? You can check me out on Fan Nation. I'm a television host on that. I'm working on actually a TV show that's probably we're working on pitching it to, or not pitching it. HBO is working with us, so that should be coming out. We start filming that sometime next year, 2018, and I'm also working on my own little pilot coming the beginning of the year. Next year. Yeah, we here. Yeah.
Working. He said we here.
Yeah, I said 2018. I said I'm 18 years old. I'm legal. I'm about to make this happen. Let's get it, man.
So tell me what are your social media, where they can follow you at?
You can follow me on Instagram at @TheRealTarzan_, on Twitter _TheRealTarzan, on Facebook Greg Tarzan Davis, and on I think that's all. On Snapchat G_Davis34.
Awesome. So, yeah, man. Shouts out to Tarzan. Thank you for coming through. Mastermind. What you got queued up for us? Quentin Hakeem.
Okay.
Quentin Hakeem. Yes, indeed. This is the Misbelief Radio Show. We'll be back soon with the rest. And as usual, y'all getting on ya.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, darling. If you bring it behind home, come let us know. We'll have you back.
I appreciate everybody putting that work in.
Ashton, he can come up.
Oh yeah, he's actually out here. I don't know what his schedule looking like.
He ain't doing nothing. Tell him call.
He most likely he's not doing nothing. Look, I ain't seen him since he been out here. He came out here a day before me, and I ain't seen him since.
All in your
face. That's the Misbelief Mrs. Picture right here for the WBOK.
Thank you for having me. I'm gonna come back when I have more stuff going on.
Man, come back anytime.
You're famous. Come and get it. Famous.
Let me get a picture too. All right, we got a few of them.
All right. You want to get one by yourself?
No, I'm good. Nice to meet you.
So tell them Facebook Live, whatever you tell them about.
What's down Facebook Live? We can don't. You know what's on it. We don't get tired. It's all the way up there. You already know this in the phone meeting.
Hey.
Hello. How you doing?
Again?
All the people cool.
Cinnamon pecan.
I know pecan
I want one too.
What's up, Facebook Live? Get you a pecan delight, Sydney Jack. Shout out to the beautiful Miss Sydney Jack, man. Give me one too. They say they want all of this one right here. It's cheeseless for me. We do got snacks. So if you would a guest on the Misbelief Radio Show, and say we do this every time. We don't do this every time. Only when Brian is feeling particularly special. What you say about Blaze and Worship? You said something about Blaze and Worship? Blaze and Worship is on. It's a Sunday after Thanksgiving. I think it's the 26th of this month.
3 minutes? No. Like about 6 minutes.
It's like 5 pounds. You're still good.
6 minutes.
6 minutes. 6 minutos.
Hey, Misbelief Mrs. By the way, man, that's my mama.
Look at Miss G.
That's my mama on the Facebook. On my Facebook line, you hear me? She wait, are you giving them some profiles? Swing your headphone one time real quick so they see that they see where I get it from.
It's just like black people.
Hey, my Facebook Live. So I'm sorry I was gone for the first half, but I was watching it, and the Kevin Stylez thing went well. The interview with Tarzan went very well. Such a charismatic young man. Yeah, man. Thanks to him for coming on the radio show.
I thought it was playing.
My mama. That's why I'm so cute, because of my mama. So I'm going to get the camera back to the Misbelief Mrs.
Wait, what's happening?
Oh, who's taking the camera?
I don't want it.
You don't want it? She don't want it?
I got it.
Brian want it. Hey, Brian.
Hi.
Put it in Brian.
What's going on?
Is it outside?
It's the other way.
What's this on?
Yeah, flip it.
There you go.
I just want to thank God for music, man. I was a
They don't pay us for no endorsement, so don't say that.
I mean, though.
Thank God for letting me okay only.
Hold on. Why you telling me? There we go. All right. Everyone is eating. Looking good. Oshun. What's going on? Hey, Christina. Raheem, you still in there? What's up, Raheem? What y'all doing? Question: did you vote? Did you go out and vote?
That's the question.
Did you go out and vote?
Did you go out and vote? You're still not.
Do we got time?
Might be over.
Might be over?
It's 8 o'clock.
Oshun. I got $2 on I got $2 on Contrail. What you got? What you running for? What you running for?
I got $2.
Let's see coming in.
Yeah.
Malik.
I run with B Mike at Studio B.
I got $2 on Cantrell. What you running with?
$2.
I got $2 on Cantrell.
Shit, I got $50. I'm gonna tell you this. Somebody posted that this is going to be, sorry to say, this is the end of an era of Creole elitism. They about to get us smacked down tonight, and well deserved.
Are y'all hitting on Creole?
So really though. So what? No. Yeah, so this is gonna be real nasty tonight.
Really?
But we will have our first one in there, and it's gonna be good. Yeah.
Right.
No. But we putting money on it. I put 50 on Latoya.
I put $2 on Cantrell.
On the credit card?
On Latoya.
Credit card on Latoya?
Well, you know, I went to the polls with my credit card. But,
Swipe that Mr. Cantrell. Man, so I was at Little Dizzy's this morning with my mama. You know who was sitting behind us at Little Dizzy's? Desiree Charbonnet.
Oh, what's that?
She was just there eating.
You said something to her?
Shaking hands. No, I ain't said nothing to her. She was there like, how you have time to eat breakfast? You heard me, the whole city's supposed to be voting on you or you. You at Little Dizzy's with the regular folk. Like, come on.
Should have asked her why she didn't do a living room session.
No, I ain't want to talk to her. I ain't want to make eye contact. Because we was paying with a credit card. I know she don't like that.
man, but y'all friend Cindy is so cool. Yeah, I met her yesterday. I was like, hey, I just want to say hello to you.
What you doing these?
She was like, exactly. I was like, my name's Malik. She said, what's your last name? I said, Bartholomew. She said, we're Facebook friends. She's like, you be on it. She's like, yeah. She's like, thank you. You've been supporting me. I was like, yeah. I said, I don't live in New Orleans East though. I can't vote for you. But I was like, I'm tired of seeing dollar stores. So.
Yeah. Check out TheMisbelief on YouTube. We got an interview with Cindy Wynn, who ran for City Council member District E. She interviewed in my living room. She was so sweet, so cool.
Yes.
We endorse Cindy Wynn. We endorse Toy Cantrell. Is that all we endorse?
Oh man, we're gonna endorse Omar Mason.
Okay, because you say so.
Yeah, cause Omar Mason.
I'm gonna take your word for it.
Yeah.
What he running for? What he running for?
Omar Mason, he running for judge. You could.
Oh yeah. Omar.
Omar, yeah.
You know Omar Mason's her name?
You know
politics.
I caught the flu on us.
That's a good excuse.
Just caught the flu right quick.
They got so much going on tonight. They got so much going on tonight. I think I'm gonna go home and go see.
What else going on tonight?
Everything.
I know.
Cindy.
Prospect
4. Cindy has a party.
Cantrell has a party.
The Toy Cantrell has a party.
I hear the Ace Hotel got a thing going on.
Ace Hotel has something, and Melanie has a midnight show at Preservation Hall.
As above, so below at Preservation Hall.
With Rockaway.
So, yeah.
Just that alone.
All day, been a lot of stuff going on, man. It's been an eventful Saturday in New Orleans.
Does anyone have any tips about getting around in traffic?
Oh man.
Any tips? Any tips? Any tips? Don't drive.
I got a tip.
All right.
Ride a bicycle.
That too. Ride a bike.
Get your hoverboard. Man. Big Shore Drive, going to the east.
Yo, Mastermind. What up?
How much time we got?
What up, Malik?
Come on, bro. Thank you.
Yeah.
How much time we got?
Okay.
Yes. Telepathy.
Yeah, wow.
Get your chair and come in here so we don't have to do transition. Get your chair and come in here.
She told me I need to come up here so I want to.
It's Bats back in the building.
He's the new millennial Arsenio, apparently. So I'll follow him.
Do I need a chair? Do I have a chair?
There's a chair right here if you want it.
Bring it here.
One minute.
They made me so happy. I just want The sheer deliciousness. This, oh my
Endorsement.
God. Ryan.
Facebook Live.
Oh boy, come on, play.
Shout out to
They good.
Brian.
Brian for making
bringing
these
us
crack
back.
for
He made these?
Yes.
Yeah, he made that.
From scratch.
Them things got crack in them and heroin and all kinds
Yeah, from
of stuff.
scratch. Girl, like your granny used to make from scratch.
Good.
Beautiful Brian holds it down.
Thank you for the early
They
Thanksgiving.
good. That's what he said. He said it was Thanksgiving.
He told me it was cracking. I had to give him one.
Actual crack in them, y'all.
And we are live. We're live, you guys. Welcome back to the Misbelief Radio Show on WBOK AM 1230. This is DC Paul, the Millennial Arsenio.
Who that?
DC Paul, the Millennial Arsenio.
Who that?
The actual Millennial Arsenio. I'm in the building finally, you guys. I was watching the Facebook Live. Y'all don't need me. Oh, y'all don't need me at all.
We could do that all by ourselves.
All right, that's not what you were supposed to say.
But you know what? The crazy thing is, that guy out there was a perfect fit for us. He was going
Tarzan?
with the flow.
Yeah, he did. I got to watch the interview. He's such a charismatic guy. He got a lot to say. And hopefully the Facebook Live caught all of his upcoming shows. Follow him on social network, man. And just support local actors, artists, musicians, poets, writers. We out here making moves, man. Shout out to Tarzan.
Especially the ones that's putting in the work and actually producing content and results.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the city like to talk out. DC put mofos out here and that meme about, basically a lot of people like to talk. But I appreciate anybody out here that's also doing.
Yeah, man. Creating your own original content, as we're saying as millennials, is the way to go. You know what I mean? So anyway, like I said, I'm the Millennial Arsenio, slim waist, baby face, deep voice, #1 choice, and the hardest working man in New Orleans show business. And who's this to my right?
Hi, everybody. It's me, the one and only Oshun.
Hey,
Hi.
Oshun, you missed me?
Hi. I
didn't make sure you
now.
that's fine. That's fine. Who's that next to Oshun?
He ruined
This is Malik of No Latour.
Malik, you still a freak?
I'm always a freak.
I heard that. Sit next to me. What it is over there?
Jay still keeping it real.
How real do you keep it?
I keep it so real.
I'm going to test that out in a minute.
Do it.
I don't have nothing to play. It sound like I had something in mind, but I don't. Who's my man right here?
That actor guy, Mr. Bats.
Mr. Bats,
Yeah,
did you guys upload your most recent episode of the Fly with Bats podcast?
We totally uploaded our most recent episodes of the Fly with Bats podcast. Go check it out wherever you get your podcast at. Appreciate the plug.
Got to, man. Got to. And who that is in the booth?
The Coon Slayer!
Coons? How many coons is left for you to... All right. Really? That's a full-time job slaying coons.
Yeah, it's very tiring.
Jeez. So what was that last song you played?
The last one I played was Ray Wimley. It just popped up again. But before that, I played Quentin Hakeem Recess.
Quentin Hakeem Recess, but the Ray Wimley was that Rise? That wasn't Rise Grind. That was Rise Grind and Shine. Man, shout out to Ray Wimley. He's about that rising, like grinding, and that shining. This is my favorite segment here on the Misbelief Radio Show. What's going on out here?
What's going on out here?
You heard me. It's where we talk about local talking points, news topics, events, noteworthy people, places, whatever's going on out here that interests us as millennials. I'm going to toss it over to Jay Steele first. Jay Steele.
Hi.
What's going on out here?
What's going on out here is that a judge ruled this week that New Orleans must pay approximately $28 million in refunds to thousands of people who paid fines for traffic camera tickets during the initial years of the enforcement program.
When do you do it? Oh, our God is a good God.
Oh, God is an awesome God.
They are trying to appeal this.
Nah.
Why you got to read the fine print?
Sorry, because I'm trying to keep it real. But since 2008, Mayor Mitch Landrieu administration installed 21 cameras known as red light cameras to catch and penalize speeders in an attempt to improve safety conditions in city streets. But it really proved to just be a cash grab.
Pretty much.
A whole bunch of money for a whole bunch of people that don't need no more money.
I ain't paying anyway. I'm just worried about them coming after me in the future because I wasn't going to pay.
Right.
You can't prove it was me driving that car.
It's a scam anyway.
It is a scam. So if you paid any of them tickets 2008 through 2010, you may be getting some money back.
But I heard that you won't get the full amount that you pay back because
Of course.
with class action lawsuits, you're likely to get about $40 or less. But you know what? You know what you get with $40 or less? Okay. You make me say it out loud. $40 is go a long way with the squad. Okay, that was in the program.
Y'all are awesome.
That was in the program. I'm sorry, I didn't say that. Malik, What's going on? Wait, I'm sorry, Jay Steele.
Hey.
You still talking?
No, I was done.
Remember that story? I mean, we getting our $40 back. We gonna spend it on a little bit of this and that.
That was it.
Yeah. So Malik, what's going on, Malik?
Yeah.
Millie rocking in the studio. They can't see you, Millie rocking on the radio.
Yo, so what's going on out here is Preservation Hall, our very own millennial Patrick Mellon, the photographer of the Millennials of New Orleans.
The millennial photographer.
He is just doing his show at midnight. DJ Rockaway is spinning. It's going to be a great time right out there in the French Quarter. It's always good to see Negroes in the French Quarter.
Yes, indeed.
He said Negroes.
He done called us spear chuckers. Negroes. Lord,
Negroes again.
I'm going to be moving crickets. I actually might go to that. I've been trying to support so much going on this weekend, but I love Patrick Mellon. He graduated from McMain.
Shouts out. Shouts out.
Shouts out to the Mustangs. So yeah, man, it's at Preservation Hall, huh? With DJ Rockaway?
Yes, Preservation Hall, doors open at 11 p.m.
It's free?
It is free.
Okay, because he got this calendar he came out with for 2018. You got it.
Yes,
I want it.
Just those calendars are on sale at Studio B. If you can't go to one of Patrick Mellon pop-ups, they have the calendars at Studio B for $20, and the photography is...
It's amazing. Yeah, that calendar is what's going on out here. So, Oshun, what you got? What's going on out here?
I was going to ask a question.
It's a 2018 calendar. That's what you was asking?
No, I was going to ask, was that the same guy that we met outside of New Name Gypsy Center?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, that is.
I just wanted to make sure. Y'all know I'm not out here in these streets. I don't know.
She don't know about it.
I know. Okay. So, you guys, as we all know, tonight is election night. And hopefully, in like 2 hours, they be letting us know who potato salad is the best.
Yeah, man.
And I hope it's a potato salad that we all tried and loved.
Mm-hmm. You did look
Okay.
at it and it had no pecans in it?
No pecans.
No wieners.
No artificial nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going with that
it wasn't
potato salad.
pre-made at Whole Foods. I feel like one of them candidates they bought that prepaid potato salad from Whole Foods.
Chunky
yellow,
potato.
super yellow, nasty.
Don't nobody want that at the dinner table.
Vinegary.
No,
nasty.
That's not what's going on out
I
here.
know,
Not at all.
but when I was looking through the election results and trying to get more information, a lot of people are comparing this election to the election of 1994, which was the election memorial against myths. And it was a whole lot of race baiting and fraudulent mailers and manufactured outrage. And so it's a lot of things that we're seeing. And, you know, Mayor Morial made some big changes. So hopefully with this good old potato salad we're about to eat for 4 years also, hopefully it'll be worth the wait.
That's true.
Nick, what you got?
That's what's going on out here. Bax.
Yo.
You always got a good one for us, man. What is going on out here?
Man, y'all better start listening to y'all parents when they tell y'all need to be getting them good grades. Because, man, this story right here tripped me out. Apparently, bro, father killed his son for making an F.
What? Killed him?
Man, bruh.
Locally?
And Wagaman, you know.
See, that's that West Bank.
That's Wagaman.
Yeah,
is that West Bank?
Yep.
Yeah, that's like keeping the West
Cross
Bank.
that Huey P.
But, you know, Fernell Daniel Sr., the Wagaman man. Wagaman man. Okay, Wagaman. The Wagaman, accused of fatally beating his 14-year-old son for making poor grades in school, was convicted of manslaughter early Saturday after a jury deliberated for about 6 hours. He faces prison sentence of as long as 40 years, less than a life term that was mandatory had he been convicted as charged of second-degree murder. Yeah, so... His quote was, my son's gone, I ain't worried about no sympathy, I've got to face this every day of my life, I got to live. Yeah, yes you do, you don't kill them. Freaking.
Right.
Anyway, Daniel said crying in 24 of judicial court in Gretna, it's my fault. So like, yeah, man, he killed his son for making bad grades. The beating happened in the family's home in Clifford Court after Jalen arrived with an F grade in his social studies class. The boy had made a B earlier in the semester, and Daniel grew frustrated, pulling a 4-foot-long board from a crib to administer the beating as punishment. The two struggled. Afterward, Daniel could see Jalen was injured, but he waited about 19 hours before dialing 911 for help.
No.
Jalen died after 2 days in the hospital. Over grades, man.
You said 19 hours?
It ain't
He waited 19 hours before calling them people, bro. And that's just there's no. You can't give a justification. You can't give a reason. That's just that. I don't. You have a word for it without cursing? I can't think of it right now.
Unfortunately, it's effed up. And you know what? I done made some bad grades, and my mama, she in the studio, she done threatened to beat me to death. Lord, by the grace of God, them C's, I'm still here, huh?
Actually carry it out.
To that young man, that's horrible.
That's bro, it's amazing.
If he'd have went to New Orleans public school, he'd have made all the straight A's he needed. It'd have been that easy. In the 90s. That was tasteless. That was a tasteless joke. Come on.
That was bad.
That was bad. I'm horrible. Hey, Mastermind, do you have what's going on out here? What you got going on out here?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it kind of sucks kind of right now because it's not as cold as it used to be.
Right.
Like, that's kind of the whole like feels like Christmas, but yeah.
I feel like the city just threw the whole winter away. It was like, F it.
Global warming threw the winter away like about 10 years ago. I feel like we had a real winter since Katrina.
It's been a while.
It's not a real one.
I don't even have a heavy coat no more.
Dude, people used to get killed for starters. Now, dog, all you can wear is vests. So it's crazy.
What? Same time since December.
People used to get killed for starters, but now all you can wear is vests. The pub vest?
Man, look.
Oh, man. I got it. What's going on? Man, I wish... If it was best weather the whole season, that would be kind of awesome. Like cold enough to cover up your nipples, but hot enough to have your arms out. Come on now, best weather is no.
Just leave it alone.
I'm with you. As the resident vest wearer of the Misbelief podcast. Yes, I'm with you, DC.
You cutting sleeves off the things.
I cut them off,
it into vests.
and they become vests.
Sweater. How's it a vest now?
You the sweater man, though. I gladly gotta let you keep the sweater deal going, man. The only man I know that's ever had a sweater duel. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Somebody did try to challenge me to a sweater duel, and he went down. Never come for me in my sweaters.
Your mom just went back. She went down. Yes.
So I got it. What's going on out here, y'all? Friday of next week, that's the Friday of Bayou Classic, or the day right after Thanksgiving. There's the day
after Thanksgiving.
That's my birthday.
That's your birthday, the 24th?
Yes.
Okay, well, you know what? Somebody ought to treat you to a comedy show.
Okay.
Speaking of, there's a 3-for-1 comedy show. It's so at Whispers on the Lake, where you say they had good food,
they
right?
do have good food.
So they got the soul food buffet from 5:30 to 8, and it is Whispers who's catering that soul food buffet. And then from 9 to 11, it's a comedy show featuring Nonsense the Comedian, Mark Caesar. And the millennial senior DC Paul.
Oh my God!
Yes. And let me get a full comedy set. I'm gonna get as nasty as possible. But it's only $20. You get the buffet, the comedy, and a little after party with the DJ, and something to do. And then I've been following this Instagram account called A Reason to Go East, the number 2, A Reason to Go East. And what they're doing is, it's a campaign to bring more businesses, more business back to the East. There are already a bunch of black-owned businesses that could use our patronage and our support. So they always are advertising events that are going on at the 59th on Bullard, and Don Villanova, I think, was also on Bullard. And it's a bunch of really awesome. Okay, I'm using the word awesome subjectively, but it's some nice venues in the East. And as the East Beast, I'm going to say, and there's a reason to go East. There's some entertainment happening out there, including November 24th at Whispers on the Lake with the Millennial Arsenio making your laugh. Check me. I got tickets on me. I hate selling tickets, but I got them on me at all times.
And how much are these tickets?
They're $20. So if you want to support my eating habit, go ahead and buy a ticket. I
question.
I love to eat.
Is the buffet included in that $20?
Yes.
Oh!
Right, okay.
The what?
The buffet.
The buffet.
The buffet. That's a Creole word for it.
The buffet. I've been hanging around with the Creoles with Daz and them.
He better not be.
Well, no, because, she just found some new cousins to go on the corner and harass people about voting. She didn't know she was related to them.
All right, Joy, that's what's going on out here. Who got what next? Oshun?
Well, I know on... What is your name? The what?
The 24th.
Okay, so the day after, the
25th, you mean?
Yeah. Y'all just...
That's how numbers work,
right.
I
had to make sure it wasn't on the same day. So, on the 25th, y'all should go see Partners in Crime and DJ Jubilee.
What?
At the Joy, right?
At the Joy.
Ooh.
The 25th
Who else on that thing?
anniversary.
Frida on that thing? Lady Red? It's going. It's a bunch of people on that
Partners
day.
in Crime, Jubilee, Frida, Shamal Allen, Kermit Ruffin,
Denicia?
Fifth Wall Weeby, Denicia,
Denicia is going down.
Keita Black.
That's going. How much that ticket is?
What they have a Mac?
Now that I would skip my own show and go to that. You heard me? I
No,
would-
you can't skip
Okay, I
your
can't
show
skip
and
my
go,
show, but
go to
that's-
the Joy.
That's a show
But the
right
thing
there.
about on sale at the Joy, prices vary.
They vary.
I didn't know that was
I'm sure.
Because it's $25 to $50, so.
Okay.
Oh, that ass shaking that's gonna be happening in that venue is like Sonic Boom.
Wait, and I heard the original DJ Triggerman was gonna be there too.
They ain't say
I
that,
heard
but
it
I...
on the radio. On the radio, they said Triggerman will be there.
Oh, well, y'all better go catch that beat.
Sonic Boom.
But you know what? I feel like my mama and them gonna be in there, and then we gonna be in there. So it's gonna be like
I'm fine. I like your
multi-generations. Multi-generations of people.
Me and your mama get down. We can. I don't care if she party like I party.
Oh, exactly.
I mean,
No!
Because if Mama don't shake that thing, we wouldn't be here. So.
Hello? Actually,
We'll take that.
It goes further than your mama. Let's act like your grandmother wasn't.
That
Actually, them sheets for real players. None of y'all would be.
Man, no.
I ain't lying.
You better take it even back. I'm so glad Harriet Tubman dropped and gave it 50 for me, man.
Harriet Tubman dropped them
Harriet
draws.
Tubman dropped them
You heard me.
draws
She
for
had
us.
You know what the crazy part about it is? I was just having this conversation. Do y'all
You
know?
was trying to come to
No, not my mom.
Oh, you're talking about Harriet Tubman Drawz. Which
Listen,
one?
y'all know our parents actually went to Freaknik? Like some of our parents.
I don't want to talk
went to
about
Freaknik?
this. Stop.
Like
I'm leaving.
My mom is in the building. Let me find out if she was at Freaknik.
She ain't say nothing either.
Now, when I met her, she was speaking in tongues and whatnot. So I don't know what happened before that. But
She
let me
just
find out.
tastefully took a bite of the pecan delight in every movie.
Y'all know a lot of our parents was that in that generation where Freaknik was popping?
So my mom is like, yeah, I'm gonna just say, my mom had me at 16, so she young. So yeah, I'm scared to think.
You was at Freaknik too?
I probably was with her or something. Don't probably block the memory and don't even realize it. You feel me?
Y'all make my ass right. I'm not here.
That's what's going on out here, man.
Right.
Jubilee, Partners in Crime, and a bunch of NOLA Bounce legends at the
Legends.
theater on the 25th. Malik, what's going on
I
out here?
think with what's going on out here, we cannot do this without giving a shout out to Xavier University for their homecoming. And guess what? Dr. Norman Francis officiated Serena Williams' wedding.
Right. That's right.
Whoa.
He sure did. And you. That's right.
Dr. Norman Francis is the man.
Yeah.
I'm on your team, Jay Steele. So wait, Norman Francis officiated the Serena Williams wedding? Oh, he couldn't get us in.
You know what?
That's Fred. I thought we just put Lane on the shield, huh? He couldn't get us in on.
Maybe he had a contract clause or something. I don't know, man. Like,
God dog it.
So Xavier people actually do things out
We
here.
do many things.
Well, at least they have a homecoming.
Right. We have a homecoming.
Because, you know, we often talk about all the DU alum that does so much stuff.
Wait, was it the volleyball game for the homecoming? I wasn't sure it was the volleyball.
It was the basketball game.
It was the basketball.
It was the basketball game. It was the Gold Rush basketball
I
game.
wasn't sure what team had made it that far. But okay.
Tennis.
That's what's up.
It was basketball.
What's going on out there? Man, I heard Venus, not Serena, Venus went to the tipping point last night.
She was at Blue Now as well.
Oh, she was on Frisbee?
Venus is getting it in.
Okay.
Somebody won't get her that New York. Never mind.
So, okay. Jay Steele.
Speaking of
What's going on out here?
the Williams sisters, so I wanted to elaborate on the wedding because it was really fast.
Was you there?
No.
in spirit, I knew people that.
You're going to describe pictures to me? Just describe the pictures to me real good.
Okay,
I'm
so Vogue offered a public look at the fairy tale wedding of Serena
Who else
Williams
we
and
had background
Alexis
music?
Ohana, or however you say his
Soften
name.
your voice when you read it.
Yeah.
I want to feel like I was there.
I got a cold too, so
Okay,
kind of.
use it.
The tennis star married the Reddit co-founder Thursday at the Contemporary Arts Center in New Orleans, and the photos show a glamorously detailed and star-studded party with a Beauty and the Beast theme.
Dessert trays that floated down from the ceiling and a carousel that appeared in the end of the night.
In bridal party shots shared with the magazine, Serena Williams poses with her mother, Oracine Price, her daughter, Olivia, and bridesmaids in light gold dresses. Beyonce, Kim Kardashian, West, Eva Longoria, and Sierra were among guests pictured.
You forgot to say Kelly Rowland, but that's all right.
Stunt.
They left my name out.
They left Kelly Rowland.
Well, you know.
Pictures, that's messed up, bro. I saw her in the picture.
They're wrong for that.
If Beyonce in the picture, Kelly go get forgotten. It's unfortunate.
Okay, man, I saw a picture too. It looked opulent,
looks beautiful,
extravagant,
very
gaudy.
extravagant. But you know what? I didn't expect her to wear a princess ball gown, and she pulled that dress off.
I don't know if I was.
I don't know what that means.
Can we talk about the dress?
Her dress was kind of.
I didn't like it. I didn't like the cape.
For her body shape.
It wasn't working.
How dare you? Wait. Y'all have the nerve to talk about what's not working for Serena Williams' body shape?
No, I said
she
for her
can
body
wear
shape.
anything.
She can wear anything, but there's certain things that flatter body types.
Sure.
You know,
So
you
what
gotta
should
know
she
where
have worn in your opinion?
I
don't
don't
know.
know that dress. I could.
You would have worn a tracksuit?
She could have worn a white string and kept it at that.
Oh, man.
Because she has broad day.
By day, for real.
Yeah, she didn't have to wear clothes.
True that. But, okay, so y'all think her dress wouldn't right for her body type?
I just think
I'm not going to disagree or anything, but you know, Misbelief misses.
I think that her dress was. That wouldn't have been my first choice for her.
You got a lot of nerve.
But, because you know, I like to go wedding dress shopping. I have pictures.
I know it's sad.
I do. I go
She
quarterly.
ain't got the wedding on the horizon.
I think it was the
for a
cape
while.
thing. She had like a cape thing that was going on. I wasn't feeling it. Maybe.
Okay, well, I'm sure she'll keep that in mind.
Yeah,
right.
For next time.
Like them comic books.
She said for next time.
Comic books New Orleans hated my dress. I might as well just go ahead and go on my yacht and make these millions and not care about what these people. Lord Oshun, I told
really
you,
go
she'll really be
she really
going
go
dress
wedding shopping.
shopping.
She really
And
go.
she takes pictures.
Is that you?
Not
Wait, that's you? Wait. Wait, Oshun, you go to spots with wedding dresses, trying them on to take pictures and save the pictures?
Yes. Not that she has a man. Everybody tries to marry her. She just for the fantasy and fun. You know what? I think we're going to take a break.
I'm mad that she look good in this bitch. Come on, though,
I know how to pick a dress.
Mastermind, what you got coming up for us, man? We're having a good time.
My girl posing. I can't believe you doing it.
Hold on, wait. What would this even work? She has all her bridesmaids go down in trial dresses too.
Oh yeah, my friends go.
She showed them and a whole bunch of delusional ass women trying on prom dresses. You heard me?
Like, girl, I'm gonna wear this one.
And they be lying to people talking about, the wedding's in October.
But let me tell y'all a trick. Can I tell y'all a trick though? You know, when you go to certain places, especially on magazine, they give you free champagne when you buy. Y'all going there.
That's some New Orleans. That's what's going on out there.
What's going on out there? Mastermind, what you got? What you gonna play?
I like that. That's my joint.
Cool ass dude, man. He got some vibes. Superman by Bayou Tubman Drawz. Stay tuned to the Misbelief radio show.
Oh my god.
And don't get none.
Can I come next time? I want the free champagne.
I want the free champagne.
Like, yeah, that's it, girl. That's it. Don't try the next one. Don't try the next one.
Oh, no.
I thought all y'all knew that.
No, we did not.
I did not know that.
I knew.
But yeah.
I thought you just Googled wet dresses.
God, no,
I'm like, wait,
no.
that person looks familiar in this picture.
No, I
And she got it out like, look.
No, she busted it. No, she looking pretty as a football player. That ball like, well,
This is the one. Like, look, how he moves his face. I walk.
But you know what? Shout out to my friends. They're real friends.
Right, you got some good friends.
And guess what? No, because I'm be like, you know what? We're gonna wait until the day happens.
No preference, ride or die.
They are. That's one thing I can say about my friends. I'm trying to find you a little bit.
I'm gonna be so prepared.
Oh, God.
We're still here vibing. There we go. Did you say hello to Facebook Live? What's going on? So what's your name? Keyshawn. Keyshawn, how old are you? 14. So what are your aspirations? Seems like entertainment is in the family.
Well, not really. I want to go to school for mechanical engineering.
Hey! All right.
So yeah.
She like this. She might get you. You get to college.
Yeah,
sugar mom.
I play football. Like I wanted to go play NFL, but if that don't work out, then we're going to mechanical engineering.
Okay.
I'm going to Florida State University.
Do both. Play football and do mechanical engineering. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey, bro.
or just have the business. You know what I mean? While you're doing the football.
One song?
Yeah, it's 2 segments. Okay. Alright. Trying to decide what I want.
Take it. Alright. Greg.
What's up?
So the New Orleans people want to know what California is like.
What California is
What
like?
California is like. You know, we don't get out too often.
California's
How's the weather?
It's forever peaceful.
Forever peaceful.
It's forever like
It's hot? What do you mean?
it's not. Well, no. At one point, like I want to say about 3 weeks ago, it was 106 degrees for an entire week. When you
Oh,
get
what?
outside, felt like your skin was burning. But other than that, you know what the weather is. It's the same every day. Not like New Orleans. I know I can put on shorts and a tank top every day. No jacket, no umbrella, no boots.
All right.
No nothing. At night it get cool. LA is nice.
LA is nice.
LA is beautiful.
Okay.
It's everything you can dream of. But if you're not ready to go, don't go. You'll get caught up. You know, somebody offered me cocaine for the first time. I was in an Uber. I did an Uber pool, and this man pulled out a baggie. And he put something on a credit card, and I said, "Oh, I think he about to do crack." And he want something? Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Well, we want to catch the second part of that story. That's interesting.
No, but depending on you. Whatever you do.
And we are back. We're back, y'all. Welcome back to the Misbelief Radio Show. You're listening live on WBOK AM 1230, or you're watching us on the Facebook Live, or you're watching us on YouTube, or you're listening to the podcast available on iTunes, or available at themisbelief.podbean.com, or you're listening on the WBOK app like my mama do from Dallas, or you're just a supporter who's listening to a rerun. It's all good, y'all. But I'm DC Paul, the Millennial Arsenio, Slim Waist, Babyface, and all the good stuff. Who's this to my right?
Hi, everybody. It's me, Oshun. Hi.
Hi. What's up, Oshun? Who's this to your left?
Yo, this is Malik of No No Latour.
Well, Malik the Freak. Who's this to my left?
That actor guy, Mr. Bats.
Mr. Fats. And who's that over there to far left?
Jay's still keeping it. I'm losing my voice now.
Jay still's keeping it real. I love when women get sick and the voice gets sexy, but you still be hooking up. You still be hooking up music back in the sound like I'm just wrong. Who that is in the booth? Who that is? DJ Mastermind, tell us what that last song was one more time. That was a vibe. Yeah, I was into that one. So this segment here, man, is where I like to let our resident rebel, our angry guy, go unbridled. Because the whole episode he's been holding back, but just for this segment, I'm gonna let him just go off on somebody and give them what they deserve with that neck. So, Mr. Bass, what are you doing that next to this week?
Right, I'm a very calm individual. People started moving away from me. And
I'm over here.
Lord, man, I'm not even about to go there hard this time, man. I'm feeling kind of sick and whatnot. This is, this is the master of nectomonies, the doctor of economics, your boy, Martin Bass Pratt, and I'm over here like DC said. And man, I just want to talk about days go by. It's the different one in the family. Remember that
Family Matters.
Yeah, you remember watching Family Matters? Man, what y'all getting favorite episodes? Like at one point, Steve Urkel just like took over the whole show.
Quill.
Yeah.
The Quill. Stephon and all them. Remember the daughter disappeared when she went to porn. We never seen her no more. Myra was not the daughter that went into porn.
No, but that's my favorite part.
Okay, okay, I got you. I feel you, because dang, I was like, Myra, no, she didn't. Rest in peace. But like, yeah, man, remember the episode when Eddie Winslow told people that if they ever been touched or molested or assaulted, that they should like not say nothing.
That was on the
be
episode?
thirsty.
Wait,
Y'all remember
what?
the episode when Eddie Winslow? Oh, that was in real life. My bad. My bad. Not Eddie Winslow. I'm talking about Darius McCreary. I never know how to say this dude's name. McCreary. Darius McCreary. You can't have two C's like that. It don't work. D-Mac. Oh, my bad, I can't call him D-Mac. Well, Eddie Winslow is defending his partner Charlie Sheen in the news. And, Charlie Sheen just recently, with a whole bunch of mediocre white men, just got accused of sexual assault. And this, apparently Corey Haim, one of the Coreys from the 80s, the Coreys, the two Coreys, said when he was 13 years old and Charlie Sheen was 19, Charlie Sheen molested him. Came on to him or not, et cetera, et cetera. And they asked, yes, had sex with him. Anyway, they asked Eddie Winslow his thoughts on it because him and Charlie Sheen are known to be, cool or whatnot. And he was like, man, he feels like people out here trying to get this attention for being, for like all the women that's been standing up talking about they've been assaulted, people coming forward, because it kind of started with Anthony Rapp and not Charlie Sheen, Kevin Spacey. He said all these people just thirsty for attention. And he feel like if you out here, you should just keep it to yourself. All these people being thirsty for attention. I'm just sitting back here like, Eddie Winslow, I know you ain't been seeing since you've been beating up on Superhead, but that's a whole other thing. The reason you should have got neck for when I am abusing your child. When I know people have forgotten about all that, dog. But you don't come out in this climate and tell people who have been molested, been assaulted, and had anything that happened to them like, no, you need to shut up and stop being thirsty. That's part of the problem right now. People being quiet. You feel me? So I'm looking at you, dog. But then in the same statement, he go, and I was inappropriately touched back in the day too. You see, I ain't say nothing because I'm not thirsty. I'm like, you stupid. Like,
he did say that.
So in the same instance that you telling people not to be thirsty, you take a little sip. And you try to throw your little thing out there, but then try to be an example and say, but you shouldn't say nothing, basically. And I'm looking like Eddie Winslow, dog. When we got 20% of children in America are molested by age 8, when 1 in 10 kids are abused before 18, when only 1 in 5 people go to jail for this, you trying to tell me that people should not say nothing? When you look at the game, when you look at all the women that have to come out decades later about all the Weinsteins and the Ben Afflecks and all these other people, the names go on, you telling these people they should have been quiet, they should have been silent, they want to keep this whole. You basically say, hey, let's keep rape alive. Let's keep rape alive. Why not keep rape alive? Let's keep molestation alive. Even the hardest criminals, you a pedophile. If you come in as a pedophile, they don't even rock with you. Hard murderers and everybody did the worst of the worst. Look at pedophiles like, no, that's wrong. And you sitting up here saying, no, don't speak up. Nah, man, you should just live and die by that. You too thirsty. So no, Darius McCreary, whatever the hell your name is, we don't give a damn what your name is. You Eddie Winslow for life, and you're barely Eddie Winslow. You're barely Eddie Winslow. You lucky Steve Urkel saved the show. You get that front neck, you get that back neck, you get all kind of necks, you get the Rock from back in the day. You gotta turn that something sideways and stick that neck straight on your candy neck because Steve Urkel was better anyway. It's a little white look better than all y'all right now. Shouts out.
All right. I got a little word at the end, huh? Did Jaleel White look the best out of everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
According to the photographs.
Man, I would hate to be like, man.
But son, because that's crazy, dog. You out here like, I feel like you got a platform, bro, people looking at you, even if you at the lowest of the low, dog. Don't say dumb stuff. And that right there is so dangerous to have people going out there. Someone's listening to you. And someone out here, you know how hard it is to come forward for anybody, male, female, whatever, to be like, I've been assaulted, I've been touched, I've been held down. That is not no easy thing to do. For you to make light of that, and Charlie Sheen is who you defending, who gave AIDS to like 100 women? Come on, son. You like one of them, you like that dude from Django that Samuel Jackson was playing, trying to protect your white mass out here, because you talking about other people trying to get some of Charlie Sheen fame, when you just trying to hang on, because we only know you as Eddie Winslow.
Wow, take a sip of some water on that one.
Because I'm thirsty.
Out your neck on that one, son. Whew. So there's a culture of silence.
Yeah.
If that actually happened to Darius McCreary, for him to have held on to that for so long and to feel like it's okay to hold on to it for so long and
That's
to feel
so
like other people should,
That's
he needs a little bit some counseling.
Some counseling.
He could take some counseling. So that was that neck, y'all. We got, we like to let Martin turn it up. Let our St. Cobra Birds take it right back down, man. And you got your work cut out for you this week.
I know. We're gonna make it short and sweet though. Today we're gonna do Norbert Rillieux.
Okay.
He was an American inventor who was widely considered one of the earliest chemical engineers and noted for his pioneering invention of the multiple effect evaporator. This invention was an important development in the growth of the sugar industry. Rillieux, a French-speaking Creole, was one of the cousins of the painter Edgar Degas.
So Norbert was born in a prominent Creole family in New Orleans. He was the son of Vincent, a white plantation owner, and his mother was a free person of color. He was the eldest of 7 children. So he lived here in New Orleans. He was educated here in New Orleans and then later on moved to Paris to study engineering at the top schools in France. He later came back home where he invented engineer skills to evaporate sugar and make sure that the crystallization of sugar was effective and sugar could be shipped to different ports all around the world.
And before that, he actually tried his engineering skills at developing yellow fever remedy to help get rid of the mosquitoes, because back in that time, that's how diseases were carried, because there was so much waste.
So he returned back to France after he realized, before the American Civil War, and he continued to work on engineering practices, and he later died in Paris. New Orleans, Louisiana have put up several monuments, one located on the campus of Dillon University in honor of Norbert Ryu.
And that's it for us today, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, we meditating on Norbert Ryu.
Yeah, and he was a free person of color in a Creole, so he's probably Dad's cousin.
All right, that's all right, you guys, we got 1 minute left. Thank you to all of our millions and millions of fans and listeners. Thank you so much for tuning into the Misbelief Radio Show. Who's this to my left?
The actor got Martin Bats Bradford.
The one and only Oshun.
Malik of Noodle Tours.
She's still keeping it real.
I'm DC Paul, the Millennial Arsenio. Check me out at www.whoisdcpaul.com. And we'll see y'all next week. Don't get none on you. Psh.
What was that? Getting it on?
We hit that dot.
We started a minute late.
Come on, everybody, come say bye real quick.
Mama. Spread love is the Nola way. You heard me?
I don't know what. I ain't got my bike. Come on, bring you home.
All right. I want to say thank you to all of our watchers and listeners. Thanks to Kevin Stylez. Thanks to Greg Tarzan Davis. Thanks to my awesome ass friends and my castmates. Special thanks as always to beautiful Brian himself doing the goddamn thing. Y'all, come on, get in here. Get in here, Brian. Yeah. As always, y'all, thank you so much for watching.
Y'all see me make fun of Tyrese?
Check out the podcast, check out the YouTube channel, check out my mama, you heard me? Mama! I'm standing to Tarzan. How you doing? Get your hand off my mama, Tarzan. Hold on, wait, all right, y'all, thank you for tuning in. We'll see y'all next week.
Don't get none.